What's up,
What's
dude?
up?
What's up? What's up?
Look
Some
what we got inside of the shop today. We got the Joe Moody in house.
Look
What's
at you
up?
guys from two camera angles. Look at you guys, all fancy. It's gonna.
Chilling.
It's like when you watch a news broadcast and it's like news tonight. Then you like turn to the other camera, and anyway,
It's gonna throw everything all beautifully. That way, if anybody's preferring, they can just look up to the right
That's
and
right.
see us profile action.
Pretty much.
So that works out perfectly for everybody.
But that's crazy. Like we're.
We're gonna be doing this all the time, so
Oh,
hopefully people don't get too dizzy.
This is
Can you
hilarious.
see what people are saying and stuff on yours?
Let's see.
Gabriel's in.
Chat.
Sweet.
Yeah.
GK, what's cracking?
What's up, Gabriel? We had a little. They had a little technical difficulties at Michael's Horror and Pinball, but it seems to be worked out.
I have to open it up in the chat box.
Yeah,
So
the
you
volume
can see.
isn't coming out of this guy right here. You.
That's
You
right.
ain't making no damn noise. Like you're supposed to.
You bastard!
But as long as we can hear each other, it's all good. I was excited and pumped, looking forward to this one. Not only did we have a little bit of a break because Easter and switching over to a different day and all that stuff, but we got a kick-ass subject matter today. Plus, it's been a busy-ass week and a half for
real.
all things horror related. I've been kind of staking my claims as a kind of a doomsday preacher for collections on my auctions lately and shit. So,
Yeah, Friday was like a marathon. What was it, like 3-4 hours you were going?
yeah, it was, and I was hyper, and people are like, "What were you taking?" And it's like, actually, it was like that because I wasn't taking anything for a change.
Everybody listen to me. You know something's up when he's got his sunglasses on. That's the
Ah,
trick.
Yeah.
That's right. Speaking of which, where are those things?
Exactly. Exactly.
My grandma could be watching. She knows what my eyes look like.
Oh no,
I'm just-
but your brother's watching. Dickhead's in the house.
Dude, that's all right. No one in the family talks to him. No, I'm playing, Dan. I'm playing. Well, I'm actually very excited for the subject matter because we're recasting the original Halloween movie with a fantasy list of people we would want to do the roles. So
That's
I'm
right.
pumped for that.
It's
And
gonna
then
be
what-
good, man. I had a lot of fun doing that. It was pretty cool.
But truth be told, in typical Mike fashion, I actually went out of my way to study for this and be ready with a good list. But then I was so intent on focusing and getting together a good list that I forgot if we were talking about anything else.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually
God.
lost sight that we actually are talking about part 1 today, right?
We're talking about part 1, and then for collectibles. For
we got a pimp in the White House.
We got a pimp in the White
Oh,
House.
say we.
He's like, finally. He's like, finally.
All
Finally.
right.
Finally.
So now we get to talk about the gangster, the OG.
And we're talking about enamel pins and regular pins and all sorts of pins. You must
Oh,
have
enamel
8,000
pins.
fucking pins.
That's an easy subject. I just got to go get some wire cutters so I can pull my pins out, and then we're good to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a buttload that account for, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I'll be ready. Let me go do that.
You do that.
What kind of fun segments can we get started so that we can get a subject matter going so I can
What's new with Michael's?
Well,
well, how am I gonna say what's new at Michael's Horror and Pan?
we kind of need Michael for what's new. So why don't we do this, Joe? Obviously, you're in studio.
Yeah.
Tell us about. Have you got anything in there? Obviously, you can't show us, but you can tell us about.
Oh, man.
Go, Michael. Do your work. Do your work.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, no, actually, as you know, I was able to make a purchase for my first Ghost Bob. So it's in transit. It's coming from Canada.
Yes.
And I'm super excited and waiting for it to come in the mail. So I can't wait to get that.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy that worked out because that was definitely a good deal.
Yeah, it was cool, man. He's a very nice guy. He knows who he is. If he's tuning in.
Dan's tuning.
man.
If Dan's tuning in, he might tune in after. I've been trying to get Dan on here for a while. Dan's a great guy.
Absolutely. And also, yeah, that was one of the big ones. Can't think of. I know I got my hands on a couple of NECAs, some Ultimate figures, but nothing too crazy. I was at Trader's Village earlier today, and I did some looking around. I did have my eye set on a VHS 3-pack It was the Blockbuster.
The
exclusive.
Blockbuster. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but they wanted an obscene amount of money. They wanted like 125 for it.
Oh, no, you get it cheaper than that.
Yeah, but it wasn't plastic sealed, and then when you opened it, part one was out of the plastic, and two and three were still sealed in the plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I'm going to pay that kind of money, I want it brand new. I want it mint. I didn't want.
Yeah, you can find them. I think honestly, it's weird. I think I just saw one. What were they asking for that?
125.
I'm pretty sure I saw one for 150 today, which is still high, but it was totally sealed.
Oh yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
only way I was gonna. And I talked to Michael about it. He was like, yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, they pop up from time to time, and you can get them cheaper than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I got my hands on. No, it's been a pretty dry this past week. Well, since we had the last podcast, because as you know, Frightmare's coming up next weekend. So
That's right.
I'm penny pinching for that. So just kind of keeping everything organized and budget friendly, and keeping kind of the eye on the prize, if you will.
Yeah, I'm starting to put a little bit of money aside for Monster Mania in August because I want to go get. It's nice that Dick Warlock's coming this time, so I want to catch Dick Warlock, Lance Guest, and Leo Rossi, the little H2 mini reunion. So I'm going to be anybody listening that's going August 12th to the 14th, Monster Mania, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I'll be there. I'm definitely heading down there, and I'm trying to get some people to go. I'll get a hotel room and we'll party.
Autographs.
We'll hang out and we'll party.
You gonna be there signing autographs, Patrine?
Oh, nobody wants to see my fat ass
What do you
sign
mean?
autographs.
I'd fucking ask for your signature. Hey, especially if you keep doing these spotlights. I fucking love those spotlight videos, dude.
Thanks.
Fucking love them.
I get a lot of good responses on them. I hope people enjoy them, and they're fun to do. I'm gonna try to drop one. I tried to strategically time it on Friday nights after the auction. I not realizing that Michael was going to go for the marathon. I'm going to start dropping them at like 9:30 on Friday nights to figure people are done. They go check it out or whatever. So I'm going to and if anybody listening is interested in doing one, like co-doing one with me, like you have, say we're going to do a collectible, we both have. Anybody wants to get on and we'll pre-record it. I'll do some editing. Doesn't have to just be my ugly mug.
Man, you sound like a pro now, man. I remember when you was just getting started.
Look, I've come a long way.
He's like, look at my baby boy. Look at my baby boy.
Look at him. He's grown up. He's hairy. He's bald.
Blue. You're my boy, Blue.
So, and actually, we're gonna at the top of the hour, which depending on where you are, the top of this hour, we're gonna show the latest collectible spotlight, which was the Halloween Michael Myers light up mask. Give us a few minute break to go settle in because when we do these 2-hour marathons, and we have a couple of beers, most of you men kind of know we kind of got to go pee.
Oh yeah, you got to drain the main vein.
So we'll go get that little 4-minute break. It's like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And if you haven't seen the collectible spotlight on the Halloween Michael Myers light up mask, you'll see it at the top of the hour.
Let's see.
Yeah, the enamel pins. We got quite a few enamel pins, my friend.
I was going to say there's a ton of them. I mean, I don't have a lot. I pretty much have mostly H1 and H2 and some scattered ones. And I got the side of my desk here covered. The shit's like falling off the side of the desk.
Okay, but I'll be right back and we'll get started.
Well, Joe, is it anything else you got besides the Ghost Bob coming in, or?
I'm trying to think. No, not that I can think of, because that as you know, that's a big one. That's a big purchase right there. That's can't think. Did I get anything? Oh yeah, hello. On Friday, the auction. I got those two Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 pictures. I don't know where the hell they at. They're here somewhere.
Yeah, I missed most of the auction. I was in and out most of the time. I caught the tail end of it because when I finally got home from my daughter's like marathon track meet, I was like, he's still going?
Dude, he was on fire. He did the Ghost Bob. He did.
Oh, that's right. What did Ghost Bob go for?
Fucking the Ghost
Bob.
Some
ridiculously awesome.
450, 460.
Okay, I was gonna say
a lot. It's a $700 item that everybody talks about, and I was just getting so sick of hearing about it. I wanted it to go for less, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Wow.
And then he did the NECA, the one with the O. Didn't you do that one?
Which one?
The one with the.
I saw. That's right. You had the Myers, the original one, not the Chinese knockoff.
Yeah. You did that one too.
The Necker Myers, yeah, not the knockoff. The
And you even did a Red Full
Yep,
Red
Bob.
Full Things of Bob. Yeah, he was fucking going.
yeah, you were going nuts. I'm like, of course, the one
shit
fucking
on
night I was busy. I couldn't be there from start to finish. I'm like,
I was
damn it.
like, where's Patrick Ring at, bro? I was like, you would have been fucking losing your mind.
Oh, I was sitting, believe me, I was sitting at my daughter's track meet. I had headphones in with it on my phone trying to watch the freaking track meet at the same time.
It was a trip, man. I put up a lot of cool stuff. It's actually all still over there. Matt's gonna put all the totals together and everything for everybody tomorrow when he gets back in. But
Well, Dave's
yeah,
going to.
I was kind of surprised at some of the stuff I sold, but that's the point of it. If it was getting that close to me, and I had started to feel like this unhealthy, like hoarding thing going on, so I'm like, man, this stuff is to share. So I mean, might as well lead the way as far as like get things started, get the ball rolling, show people we need to start moving these things around some more and start getting the industry in a manageable place where it's not everything overpriced, which turns off everybody from wanting to collect. And next thing you know, it's no longer an industry that you want to be a part of. So trying to that kind of stuff.
And I've told that story. That was the driving force, 25 years ago when I sold my Kiss collection, because it was getting so. I mean, and believe it or not, it's never gone down. It's even gone up. I just couldn't afford it anymore. I'm like, I can't afford to spend $600-700 on a fucking pen, or friggin'. It was just crazy shit. So I got discouraged. I ended up selling it. The only stuff I kept was the Halloween stuff, and that's pretty much it. And the Halloween stuff wasn't that bad, and it's been going up. But if you've noticed, Michael, I've noticed some stuff has leveled off because people aren't paying. I think maybe with the economy, people are not paying the money.
So what
for
are you
things.
seeing is leveling off? Just out of curiosity.
Some of the more pricier items I seem to be leveling off. Like I'm seeing them sit for a while because anybody can ask whatever they want on like eBay, and they're kind of sitting there leveling off. The zombie stuff seems to be hot. Rob Zombie, everybody is really hot for zombie stuff. So I guess I sold my stuff at the right time, but that it seems to be mellowing out a little bit, just because I don't know if it's the economy or what it is, or people just laying low before the movie, waiting for the barrage of shit they're going to throw at us when the new movie starts ramping up. But I don't know.
Well, the Rob Zombie people are always out at the convention circuits too, though. So maybe there's a correlation there where people are trying to get these items so they can get them signed by those people and stuff like that.
Well, that could be it too. Yeah, I can see that. And I'm just warning all you Rob Zombie collectors. Like I said, I had everything. I mean, I had everything. Because you have to remember, there was a short window, and they don't produce any Rob Zombie stuff other than that. They haven't even licensed any masks. So I had everything. So you're going to go gangbusters, and if that's all you collect, you're going to be like, well, now what do I do?
Right.
They don't put anything else out. I mean, I had literally everything. The only stuff I still have is some lobby card sets and the 35mm trailers. I think that's it.
How are the prices at conventions? Dave asks. Do you want to break the news to him, or should I?
No, you can go right ahead.
well, Dave's gonna be he's gonna be Days of the Dead, and I'm excited about this one. Mr. Brett heading in for Monster Mania. So if you're gonna be coming in, man, let me know. Hit me up and let me know what days you're gonna stay over, man. I'll get a hotel room and we'll freaking hang out for the weekend and party.
Oh, kinky.
I didn't say share a room. I mean,
I was gonna say
we'll meet up in a room.
That sounded like Dear Penthouse Forum to me for a minute there.
We can share a room.
Let me know what days you're gonna be there. I'll get the hotel.
I got dibs on top.
Just kidding.
I'll get the hotel room and I'll get the hotel room and I'll get the Zimas and some of the freaking seltzers for us to drink.
Zima. What is the shit called?
That was back in the day.
Yeah, well, it's the same shit now. They call it something else now. What is it?
GHB?
No, it's the fizzy beer. What do you call that?
No, what the fuck do they call it now? The Claw.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically Zima with a new name.
Claw. That was my first alcoholic beverage. I remember a Zima. Have a couple of Zimas before we go to Splash Town. That's here in South Texas.
So, what are the subjects this evening?
Brett, what color should I wear? Well, if you're going to be sharing a room, don't wear anything, I guess, right? I mean, I don't care what color you wear.
Yes.
I'm not. It's I thought I was colorblind.
That's going on. Okay, I just want to.
How's the prices of conventions, or you mean like what to get? I mean,
Brett says I'll grab the Vaseline and the magazines and the DVDs, and Patrick Green's like, I'll grab the bedpost.
I'll grab the rope and the ball gag. I'll get the ball gag.
Oh,
What color should he wear? He says he wanted to make sure this is a special moment for you too, man. Anyways,
oh my God.
All right, so the prices at conventions. I mean, I don't know what they are out by you guys, but usually they're like $35.
I think maybe yes, that sounds about right. But
That's
if
that's
you
pretty
might
much it.
talk about like prices for autographs, what it's like to be there, that kind of thing.
Well,
It's
autographs.
it's
Yeah,
a
they all
very,
depend.
very much so, and it also depends on who you want to meet and stuff. Like some people, have to budget who they want to meet. Some people, there's not enough. They got plenty of money. There's not a lot of people. It's all over the place. It's whatever you want. But typically, I assume around $50 to meet somebody because
Usually,
some are 40.
yeah.
I assume that the stars of the show that you're going there to see are going to be 80 to 100.
Yep.
Like Robert England's going to be $100. Heather Langenkamp's going to be $100.
Yep.
But like the new Leatherface, he'll probably be like 40 or something like that. And so that you can. And then the problem if you're like me, this is such a niche opportunity to capitalize on grabbing the stuff you're never going to see in the wild very often. So you're like, oh, I like that picture. Oh, I want that one too. And then next thing you know, you're like me and you got to buy like 4 of each person. Today, that's why I was a little bit late. I was running in trying to get everything settled in. But Joe called me and told me he was at the Trader Village down the road, which is a little flea market out here. And he said that Brian Toki, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Something like that.
The guy who did the voice of Leonardo on the Ninja Turtle movies
Mhm.
was up there signing autographs. So I'm like, well, looks like I'm going to be late for the podcast. Just like to
It was
get
my
over
fault.
there.
It was my fault.
But then that's what happens. Every time I do it, I go
You know, it was one of those. It was pretty cool. I mean, and plus, it's one of the shops that I go to, Andy's Treasure Chest here, and they always got good.
Nice.
Yeah. I got that one and that one.
Yeah, they had last time they had Tyler Maine there at this place where he
With
was.
Felissa Rose.
Rose.
and-
So,
Nice.
So they usually have good. They got good people show up from time to time.
What's his name? Brian John. Is it Brian Johnson?
Is it Brian? Oh, what's his name? Doofy. That guy.
Oh,
Doofy.
That's your man, Dave Sheridan. Yeah.
Dave Sheridan, yeah.
Check that one out. I like that pick.
That's nice.
I think there was another one. But yeah, you can't decide which ones you want, so you just get all of them.
Yeah, just get all of them.
So that's my problem at those things. So like, I can't meet Freddie without an agenda, because I would go to his table and Freddy Krueger and Chucky are like the two most every picture is perfect and awesome characters of all time. So you go up to their tables and you're like, oh hell no, you're gonna see like 10 pictures you want.
Yep. They know how to get you.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
To your question, just be ready. Vendor pricing is through the roof for the most part.
Yeah.
Some people, and unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it's just like anything else. You can find a kick-ass deal, but you mostly find kick-ass deals when the person doesn't know what they're looking at or what they have, and that's unfortunate because the only time you can get. And I was thinking about that too. Do you not have cake nor eat it neither? Because you offer good deals to people, but when someone tries to offer you a deal, you go, "Oh man, that's too crazy of a deal." You obviously don't know what you have, and you talk them to the real price. You're never getting a break if you're me.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, just for what I've seen over the years, you go to a convention, you're going to see a lot of this stuff. There's mostly fan-made and homemade stuff, which is fine. That's not bad. And then you're going to find a lot of stuff that you can basically just order online. Now, if you go to a convention for like Grail or real rare shit, first of all, you're not going to find it there, and if you do, you're going to pay through the nose for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of these vendors have their stores. They have shops.
Yeah, they're stores, they're shops, exactly.
So you're gonna pay normally what you pay at the shop, if not more, because they had to bring that shit to the convention.
And they had to pay for the table for the day. Yep.
Exactly. So I guess he didn't want me in his camera no more. You see that? He didn't,
He didn't like that angle, I guess.
Flat rate, 2.99% APR. The chick, this female, from News 4 came in, and I had a conversation with her, a meeting a couple. This was probably about 10 days ago now, and she said that she's going to start tagging me up to bring a production crew in here and film commercials and stuff. So I just been always thinking about, what am I going to do?
Look at your angle, your profile.
Just got to practice,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Play with the camera. Be angry with the camera. Get rough with the camera.
That's pretty
and
good.
In actuality, I am losing my mind with all these deals. It's true too. If you saw the auction on Friday, you would know it's true.
Dude, that Friday auction was insane.
It made me want to put on like a straitjacket and start doing the auctions from now on with like a character that I create called the Insane Sales Guy or something like that. Well, that's a shit name, but I'll come up with
the Insane Sale Posse.
The Insane Sale Posse. That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
Anytime you want Robert Englund at a convention, make sure you get there extra early. He's super nice and talkative. He usually gives every fan a few minutes to talk. Now, you got to buy the, with him most of the time, too. Be ready. If you want a picture with him, a lot of the times you have to get the
photo ops.
You have to do the photo op because he doesn't do the table selfies because it's kind of like I would love to do selfies, but I'd have to put the sign up like Sid Haig did that says no flash. You have that problem? Anytime someone takes a picture of me, like my eye will catch that glimmer and it'll just stay there until it expands.
Yeah, plus you want you got to take 500-600 pictures that day. Do you want 500-600 flashes in your eyes? I don't blame them.
Well, it depends on what kind of flashes. We're talking titties, then yes.
No, I heard because I have a photo.
Oh, that's a different kind of flash. I'm all for that.
Oh, well. No, I have a photo opportunity with Robert Englund, but they say get there early, like whatever time the photo op is, be ready to as soon as they announce it, to get there, man. Because if not, you're gonna be waiting hours upon hours upon hours. That's what they say.
Well, June 25th. I forgot to mention there's going to be an opportunity to hang out with John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, nice.
At the Kings of Horror convention, June 25th and 26th. It's Kings of Horror at the Vibe Center in San Antonio, Texas, where Michael's Horror and Pinball will be doing their first vendor appearance.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to maybe we could get John Kassir to do the voice for the voicemail for the shop.
You really could.
Did I ever tell you that I met Kevin oh man, you got to give me 2 seconds to think. Roger Jackson, the guy that did the voice of the Scream Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I met him and I was like, ooh, I should get him to do the voicemail for my business, which is the hail repair. And he does. And he does it. And when he was done with it, I'm like, oh, I can't play that. If I put that on, no one's going to come to us. We sound creepy. I'll try to find it real quick while we
got killer prices here.
While we go through. What's that thing you hide booby pictures in? Keep Safe. There we go. So here's the booby picture page. Hold on. Gotta get the main album. Okay, here it is. Let's see if I can get it.
You've reached Strickland Hale Group. We're not available. Please leave a message.
Now, who in the hell is gonna get their car fixed? These people.
That's tight.
So I couldn't use it. Did you hear it?
That's awesome. That sounds great.
Okay, cool. It did go through.
That was cool.
Yeah, so I was sitting there thinking, man. And then when I opened the horror shop 2 years after meeting him, I'm like, oh, that would have been fucking great.
Would have been perfect for the shop. Yeah, man.
But instead, I had the horror voicemail from my car repair company and super nice operator sounding voicemail for my horror shop. I'm all, see what I mean? Crazy. I can't wait to get into commercials and stuff for this place.
Well, while we're on the subject, let's find out what is new at Michael's Horror and Pinball. What's new at Michael's Horror and Pinball?
It's so weird when you can't actually hear it coming out of the see, it even says muted while I'm trying to talk. What is new at Michael's Horror and Pinball? The setup, first and foremost. is uniquely changed around significantly. I don't know how much you can see here.
Check this out. The beautiful thing.
We'll let Joe take you around. He's on the
Joe's taking us on tour.
All right, I'm gonna flip this around. Oh no!
Oh, no, don't do that.
All right, so I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna come to the entrance. All right. So this is the entrance. So if I'm walking in, you're walking in this way.
Welcome, Michael Lawrence.
And you got the entry area.
Welcome back.
You got the
Very
pinball
cool.
over here. You got some tables.
We've gotten a massive pre-order in where I'm starting to get some variety.
He put this new screen up here, and this is where he held the very first. Where we had trivia game last night.
Awesome.
Yep. And he just put that up the other day.
I forgot you can't hear me over there.
No, you
I
can't.
was sitting over there talking to the thing the whole time going, okay, this is what's new at Michael's Horror and Pinball. And then he's still talking. I'm like, wow, that's kind of rude. And then I look over, I'm like, oh, nobody can fucking hear me talking. I'm just sitting here talking to myself as usual.
So it opens up here, and then you got Mikey right over here, waiting for you.
And this is not the green screen itself. The one we're waiting for is on the way. A real nice one, but we're gonna start doing photos, professional photos that we can take and plug right into the computer while you're here. Put any background to it and print out an 8x10 for you, which is gonna come in real handy when we get celebrities here and stuff like that. And we want to get good pictures.
Very true.
We got the display case all nice and cleaned up, and over here with the items that display cases should have. And then we've got avoid the pins here.
Oh yeah, we'll save that for later.
But this is what I wanted to do mainly was set up sections so that people had a better understanding of the stuff that's going to be a little bit higher priced. So like over here we got the rarer stuff like the mask that Brad Harden made for us, and the poster signed by all those people, and then of course the shirt from Halloween Kills signed by Chris Nelson, the effects guy.
Nice.
That was cool. Before the movie came out, so that was really cool then too.
I remember that Sean Clark auction. I remember it.
Yes, exactly. And then this Danielle Harris, she wore this at a premiere of some kind, she said, and she auctioned that off on one of her pages for a fundraiser. And so, anyways, this section is more of the, this is the cool stuff, but we actually organized everything into specific sections, like your NECA, trick or treat, and random stuff, that kind of thing. So, yeah,
so really cool stuff.
They're getting a lot of variety because a lot of people, they love Halloween, and Halloween's the OG and the king here, but a little bit of variety don't hurt. So we've been bringing in some Friday the 13th, some Chucky, stuff like that, Terrifier, all kinds of cool stuff. So just trying to stay fresh and for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Looking good.
Nice. Thank you. So yeah, and now we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is pretty more concise with everybody's schedules and when this place usually gets customers and things, because we noticed that the people that come through on like a Tuesday or Wednesday are more than willing to wait to come on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So there's no point in sitting around, with everything as busy as it is next door. But who knows? We'll get some more employees in here, which is another thing. We're accepting applications from people and having a lot of fun doing interviews. I say fun because I don't want to tell the truth about what it's really like to interview a bunch of people for a horror shop. Let me just say, really, when a resume comes through the fax machine and it says respond to bigbootyho88@gmail.com, there's a good chance you don't want to run in your store.
Nice.
Not working here, maybe working on a table here for like a half hour. I don't know, but not working here like selling stuff. That's not good. But so that's what's new at Michael's Horror and Pinball.
Very cool. And I didn't get too much in the past week and a half. I did get some stuff. that came from the awesome Michael's Horror and Pinball, because it's been a week and a half. So I did get the awesome First Death of Laurie Strode that Michael was kind enough to put aside for me.
That's a near and dear to my heart, as we have the original artwork for it, the cover of that comic book here. So
That
I feel
was
like
very cool.
I have one.
That is cool.
And I got that. I got if I can get it out of the plastic here. Some stuff that is always near and dear to me, which is the Halloween 2 advertising slicks.
I miss them already.
Come and visit them anytime you like.
You know,
I'll bring them out with me.
I was talking to the Future X earlier today, and I was telling her that she's been trying to get me to go to the Friday the 13th camp for years now. She shows me these advertisements, win a trip to go stay at the cabin. And then we were talking earlier, and it never registered to me. He's like 35 minutes away from there.
Right there.
I'm right there. Like I was telling Michael, I've camped there like 6 or 7 times with my son when he was in Scouts. So it's right. It's not far from me at all.
Going up there, bro.
Oh, so that's a good opportunity, especially with you sitting right here. We also talked about because we're going to Frightmares next week, and we were trying to figure out, should we record live from Frightmares on the podcast next week?
Oh, yeah.
But then with it being 6 o'clock on a Sunday, that's going to be pretty much wrapped up by then. So we'll probably be doing the podcast. I'll set up a thing in the car for the drive home from Dallas for the podcast.
I might be having to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's cool. And like I said, shoot a bunch of it, shoot as much stuff as you can, and then send it over, and we'll put it together.
That's what we were saying. So we're gonna do segments, and I think if we could put together like a weekly segment, that'd be great. Not something live, like he could put it together. So it'll be about Zany Adventures. We could go to the Kingsland Chainsaw Massacre house where they have the restaurant, the Grand Central Cafe.
Oh.
We could go to the Boy Scout camp where they filmed the 2009 Camp Crystal Lake for Friday the 13th remake.
And for anybody watching this now or watching it after the fact, if you're going to Texas Frightmare, look for these 2 knuckleheads. Get on camera, take some pictures with them, and we'll throw you. You'll be on the podcast.
We love nothing more than talking to people, and it's happened quite a few times, believe it or not. Absolutely. From owning the Michael's Horror and Pinball, people are starting to ask me questions for their podcast and stuff like that.
It's like, are you awesome.
I love it, and I couldn't be more excited. And if you want somebody that's going to give you enough footage to keep your fucking podcast busy for like a month, just talk to me and ask me questions for like 5 fucking minutes when you see me. I'll give you the material.
That's right.
And if it ain't going right, I'll pull a schlong if I have to. Patrick Ring, he knows that.
That's all him.
No, that's all me. You damn right, that's all me.
That's all him.
Hey, we decided this long time ago when we talked about doing this. I'm like, between the 2 of us, we could just probably talk for freaking 2 days straight, believe me.
That's true. We're never going to have to get to the schlong part. So that's good. I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to hear that.
Oh, and I'm sure Michael won't miss this. Along with those H2 ad slicks, I got his H3 ad slicks, but I know how much he loves that movie, and he was crying when he had to sell it to me.
That looks like, when you hold that up, that looks like a sales receipt for an abortion to me. Look at it. Halloween 3 is the name of the clinic.
And this I did not get from Michael's Horror and Pinball. I did get this. This came in the other day. I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Halloween 2 micro figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's killer, dude.
They're like really micro. Where do you get them?
I found it on eBay. As a matter of fact, and it was cheap too. I think with shipping it was like $15, and it literally came in like 2 days.
Wow.
I've seen that in a couple places. Very, very, very rare though.
Oh, cool. Is this a list?
Oh, that's my.
Oh, shit. You did some homework. I'm excited. You guys want to just do it now?
Well, you know what? That's all I have. Why don't we go into you want to do the fantasy casting? Then we can talk. We don't have to go in order. We'll do that because I mean I'm actually looking forward to doing it too. So you want to do that?
Yeah, because you know the movie, the original, we can talk about that forever.
Think about it.
So,
here we're getting into a fantasy recast of the characters from the original Halloween movie. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say about this. So let's get into that for sure.
So let's get into it. We'll see you on the other side.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
right, boys.
Did the
So-
sound? Was there sound for that?
Yeah, you didn't hear it?
Did you?
No.
Man, what's going on with your sound, guys?
Sound. And I don't touch the screen very often because every time I do, shit just goes to shit from there. I'll order magazines from like Singapore every time I try to unmute the microphone for this fucking thing, dude.
You're like, I don't want to touch anything. Mess it up.
Oh man, it's
We're
messed up.
mid video. Like, I don't want to mess with nothing.
All right, so what we could do is just do like a round robin, go around in the around for each person, and just call out what character we're recasting and who we've chosen, and I'll just check it off on the list to make sure we got everybody.
Let's do it in a storytelling type of way where we hit the like least characters on our way up to the big dogs kind of thing. You want to do that?
I like that.
Well, you know what? I sent out that list. We'll just go from the bottom to the top because the bottom
That's
is
perfect.
fine.
The bottom of the list and up. That's perfect.
I hope I
Okay.
got everybody because I was just doing like who I was thinking of when I was out there. When
I
Well,
got
what I did was I just watched the credits at the end of the movie and I just wrote down the names at the credit at the end of the movie.
I told you he was going to do Dr. Wynn.
You wanted?
Did I? So we were talking about it the other day, and we were leaving, and Joe said, "Oh shit, I got to do my homework for the recast." I was like, "You better do some good homework too, because I guarantee you, knowing Patrick Ring, he's gonna have a fucking character for Dr. Wynn and shit."
Oh yeah.
So I
Not just
said,
Hey, wait, not just Dr. Wynn. I got the fucking graveyard keeper too, man.
I told you
Yeah.
you had the graveyard dude.
You did.
Oh
I'm
man,
like,
I gotta think, but
I got
I'll
mine,
have
though.
one ready. I'll have one ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, so why don't we start with we'll start with the graveyard keeper.
I want to go on this one because I'll forget.
All right.
I didn't have that one, but there's no other question in my head just popped up without knowing we were even going to cast this character. William Hickey,
Oh.
if you remember him, the old guy from he was in Tales from the Dark Side, the rich billionaire that hired the guy to kill the cat,
I know what you're talking about.
and he was
Yes. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
I used to could do an impression of him. Oh yeah, I do an impression of him, but it's only because I make fun of Hank Azaria doing an impression, doing Mo the bartender. So I was like, "Wait a minute, Homer, you went to another bar?" So,
Well, I remember him. I'm sure most people will remember him from. Hey, Chris, if you're not doing anything, bring me in my stogies.
Yeah. National Lampoon's Christmas.
National Lampoon's Christmas. He was Uncle Lewis.
He's a blessing.
Yes, he was.
A blessing.
Jesus, did I break wind? Jesus, did the room clear out?
He went to his garage to grab a hacksaw, and he kissed his wife and his two kids goodbye. And then he proceeded to, where are we? I could see
Pretty
it.
good. That's pretty good. Oh,
Very
shit.
cool. I had a pretty colorful one because I don't know. I must have been in the Prince of Darkness mode, but I was thinking the Graveyard Keeper could have been Alice Cooper.
Shit, that's
Damn.
interesting.
Dude, it's a perfect enough part. Not too big. The very just seeing him there would be cool.
Especially now he's older. You know, he looks a little weathered. He's a little bit older. Not 40 from 40 years ago, but as he is now, I'm like, wow, that would have been cool.
Now, I got to tell you, and I think it's a good idea to tell you now, I also have picked Alice Cooper for this list. So you can kind of...
Don't tell us yet. Don't tell us yet.
I'm not going to. You could kind of wonder who it's going to be, but listen to my reasoning. I wanted Alice Cooper to be in here somewhere because he has been in Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could get him a role in the Halloween movie, I knew I had to get him in there for that reason somewhere. So that's how that worked out.
Oh, look at Brett getting all particular. I forgot that one. Okay, what about the voice of the teacher?
Shit, let's do Trace McNeil, Millhouse from The Simpsons.
That's true. Heart. Oh, I can't even do a fucking.
That's the first female voice I think of, like, because of her June Foray impressions and stuff like that from Looney Tunes. They're great. Do you have one for the teacher's voice, Patrice?
I'm actually looking up her name right now
Oh, right on.
Is that on the list?
because there was somebody I'm thinking of, and I want to make sure I have her name. Hold on. Let's see.
What are you thinking, Brett? Who would you?
Oh, all right, I got it. Edie McClurg.
Who is that?
If you remember her, she was. Remember in Ferris Bueller, she was the secretary at the school.
Oh
The
yeah.
redhead
Everybody
all-star.
loves Ferris. They think he's a righteous dude.
No, I love her from
Yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. She was also the one taking notes in Back to School for Rodney Dangerfield in the classroom.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's been in a bunch of stuff, but her voice, I'm like, that would have been cool to have her voice in the background.
Get a room. Get a warehouse.
I love that. Get no respect around here. Get no respect.
No respect of it.
Hey, from the Warriors, he says, the gang film.
Oh, what?
The DJ from the Warriors, yeah, the black lady that narrated through the whole thing.
Good one. All right.
Very cool.
All right. Who else? Who's next?
Graveyard Keeper. Okay, this one was a little weird. For whatever reason, just because I'm a fan of his, I was like, I would like to see Tim Curry. Sorry.
Tim Curry?
Curry?
Yeah,
I could see that.
Who's going to be wheeling him through the fucking graveyard?
As long as they're not wheeling him to his grave.
But before that. But
I get it.
like a Rocky,
He's talking
like-
circa 1990.
Yeah, I'm talking like younger Tim Curry.
I was going to say, that's hardcore, man. You doing it just to make fun of the poor bastard.
No.
Like,
Has to wheel his ass. Especially if you've ever been there. Have you ever had the privilege of being at that graveyard in real life that they did Halloween at?
no.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of hills, and you walk over graves, and they're all over the place. And oh man, I'd love to see someone wheel them through. Like, the good one. That's my favorite. So
And anybody watching, by all means, throw some shit in the chat. Anybody have any ideas on stuff? And, by all means, throw them in there. So,
way to go, Joe. You lost one of our 6 viewers on that one.
What?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean? What? It's my fault.
They're not into your cruelty, man.
Come on. Come on.
Perfect.
all right, so I guess that now we can go with, all right, Dr. Wynn. Anybody have one for Dr. Wynn? I have one.
Okay. I'll go first on this one.
What do you got?
This one is a Mary Beth special, and I agree with this one wholeheartedly. I would love to see Tom Atkins in that role.
I could see that.
Yeah, I would love to see him.
For Christ's sakes, he can't drive a car.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see Tom Atkins in that role. Sure.
I was thinking Michael Caine.
Hey,
There you go.
Go shaky Kate Robico. Whatever he sounds like.
pretty good. Michael Caine. I never would have thought of Michael Caine. That's pretty good.
All right. I went way back. So for Dr. Wynn, I had Alan Alda.
Oh, okay.
I love Alan Alda.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's the guy that sounds like Casey Kasem when he talks.
Love Alan.
For those of you who don't know, that was Hawkeye Pierce from MASH.
Now, I had a story I was telling earlier about MASH because it's very interesting that the creator's son is the one that did the theme song for the show, right? And the way syndication worked out and the deals worked out to date, he's made more money for MASH than the creator, his father, has.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Roger says Alan Alda is a go. Brett Patrick says Gary Oldman. Now, that's exactly kind of the vein of character I was thinking of when I was thinking of this character, for sure.
Well, see, Gary Oldman can play anything, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nancy.
Yeah, he can play anything.
I think my favorite Gary Oldman role has got to be The Fifth Element.
Oh, yeah. Stones. I should want all the stones. Not 1, not 2, not 3. I should 4 stones.
I love that movie. All right, so everybody did their Dr. Wynn, right? You did. Who was yours, Michael?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna get. I got a strange one for this one. Okay, so what about Nurse Marion?
Oh, yeah.
Nurse Marion.
Now, this is going to be very good. All right. I guess I'll go. I'm going to go Katie Siegel
Ooh,
from Married with Children.
Married with Children. Peg Bundy.
Like from Son of Anarchy, though. She's a badass.
Well, yeah, she's a badass in that. Right. Yeah. You don't want to. She wouldn't be able to wear that nurse hat with that big fucking red coif she had in Married with Children.
You know who I'd like to see in that role? Because I love watching her drive cars in movies for some reason, like in Psycho, was Janet Leigh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she-
absolutely.
And in Cheekbones, too, like Nancy Stevens has as well. I could see that. Janet
All
Leigh.
right.
But then again, I would also want to see her as Linda, too, so I can see her tater tots.
See those tots.
That's another point. That's another point We're gonna get to
All
that.
right. So from my nurse Marion, I had Cindy Williams.
Hmm.
Ring a bell?
Who's that?
That's the one from H2O, right?
No. Cindy
Who-
Williams. She is Shirley from Laverne and Shirley.
With the sister.
Did you ever remember the TV show Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah.
She's Shirley Feeney, the one with the dark hair.
Oh,
Who is it again? What's her name?
Cindy Williams.
I can't use my phone.
Are you talking about from the Brady Bunch?
No, Laverne and Shirley.
Cindy Williams was in the Brady Bunch.
No, Cindy Brady was in the Brady Bunch.
Who's the youngest Brady daughter?
Cindy Brady.
What's her name?
In real life, Susan Olsen.
That'd make sense, but what's her name for real?
I love it.
Susan Olsen.
Man, see, you can't argue with that. It sounded like he knew that pretty quick.
Hi. I'm a geek. Come on, look at all the shit behind me. You know I'm
I've
freaking.
been waiting on this list for like 2 weeks. He's been lying on this. He has this ready. His
Cindy
gun's
Williams.
loaded.
Why is it?
Cindy Williams.
I can picture the name on the screen, but I wouldn't have seen it on no damn Laverne and Shirley.
He's like, I want to see your proof.
The only Laverne and Shirley I ever watched was when Wayne and Garth did it on Wayne's World. When they walked out and tried to mimic the theme song. That's about the gist of my Laverne and Shirley knowledge right there.
Oh, shit. I said that's a good pick, though.
Hold on. Oh, keep going. Because I'm gonna see if I can bring up a picture.
Oh, yeah, all right.
But keep going. So everybody, who was your nurse Marion, Joe?
Oh, Katie Siegel.
That's right, Katie Siegel, and he was picking Janet Leigh. All right, so let's anybody in the chat. Hold on.
And to ever walk to you.
I think Brett's got one. So a younger Bonnie Bedelia. Yeah, I can see that.
Who's Bonnie Bedelia?
Hold on 1 second.
That's crazy. I love that because we're learning.
Do we know who Bonnie Bedelia is?
I have no idea who the hell that is.
All
I'm
right,
trying to
cool.
get that damn picture up. Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Bobby, the baseball player?
That's all I know. I don't know who that is.
But do you know who Terry Bollea is?
Terry Bollea? Yeah, that's the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bonilla.
Yeah.
Bonilla, is that
Yeah, Bonnie Bedelia. She's been in a bunch of stuff. God, I'm trying to think of the movies. She was in
Thank you.
Die Hard. She was the wife in Die Hard.
Oh, she was Miss McLean.
Yes.
McLeod.
Or what was her original maiden name? She was hiding her name actually.
All right, who else we got now?
Oh,
We got. Let's see. Bob. What about Bob?
Oh, that's not fair. Shit.
I got.
Can we do Linda first?
All right, let's do Linda first.
Okay. Well, for Linda, I picked the one thought that crossed my mind was it's a snarky kind of spunky chick, and B, you get to see her boobs. So I picked Elvira.
Yeah.
So like I thought Elvira
Yeah.
for sure, because I know she's been in Playboy a couple of times, but you still want to see like Elvira, like say anything you like, except she'd probably have to push the blanket off as compared to like letting it drop. But it'd be cool either way. Plus, you got to see them before they but to see the tater tots before they become waffle fries and they start to drop.
Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead.
No, it's just gonna. And the night's just begun, people. All right, so I had for Linda, I had Amy Steele
Oh,
Yeah, from Friday 13th.
from Friday the 13th, Part 2.
wow. That's pretty good, man.
That would be great to see her boobs too, but I bet you she's got.
I was right there with you. That's why.
That's why she probably doesn't show them, because she seems like the prime candidate to show her boobs at some point. She never did, so she must have like bareliolas, where you can't even really see a nip. It's just kind of like all skin, like I call those bareliolas. I bet she has bareliolas.
All right, who's got waffle fried boobies, Brett?
I've never heard that. All right.
Better than hairiolas, of course.
Oh, like that we talking about me. All right, Linda, I went with y'all gonna like this one.
Oh shit!
If I get her last name right, Jennifer. Is it Coolidge? Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah.
Stifler.
Stifler's mom.
Isn't she the one that passed away? Did she pass away? The
I don't think so.
Zombie movie? Was she in
No.
Rob Zombie movie?
No, I don't. No.
Who
No.
am I thinking of?
She
Okay.
was Stifler. You remember Stifler's mom?
American
Apparently not, because I thought it was the same broad as the one that was in House of a Thousand Corpses.
Do you remember, how was that show? Two Broke Girls?
Yeah.
I'm not going to admit that online.
You know.
You know you do.
Very much so.
A Night at the Roxbury.
She was the one that was dating the cook.
Oh, yeah, her. That I know her.
Yes.
She was okay. So there's a handful of them that kind of give me that same vibe. I thought they were the same person this whole time. I get Leslie Easterbrook and all of them. All
Right. They get a little confusing. Yeah, a lot of them are very similar.
Leslie
Yep.
Easterbrook. Did you know that the voice of Leonardo that we went and met before the podcast is also the Oriental guy in Police Academy?
Oh, was he? I didn't
Yep.
know that.
One that has the crush on Leslie Easterbrook.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I didn't either. He was something else too. Who
Oh
was
yeah,
it?
she's the one that was in House of a Thousand Corpses. That one.
She was in Halloween. Oh, she was in Devil Rejects.
Yeah, Devil, read that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's who I like. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's her. She was the mom.
Yes. She was the mom.
Mother Firefly. That's right.
All right, so that's who you picked. All right, now can we do Bob?
Let's do Bob. You have one for Bob? It's in your head now?
I needed to do Linda first because I picked Bob would be me. Because
Oh, wait a second. I didn't know we could pick ourselves because if I want to get in bed with some of these broads too.
yeah, I figured that was a no-brainer that you would put yourself in the Bob category to do the sex scene. Yeah, so
Aw,
I want to be humping the side of Elvira's leg like
that's cheating.
John Michael Graham did with PJ Souls.
That's
Uh-huh.
cheating. That's cheating.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
how goofy you must feel? I want everyone to stop and put their mindset in doing that scene as John Michael Graham doing the sex with PJ Souls. Just picture it. It's got to be the most awkward thing. You're like 15 inches away, probably going, no one's going to believe this, but if they do, hell yeah.
Everybody remembers how short it was. That's what they remember. No, that's what they remember.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So for Bob, I have a pretty famous person, Johnny Depp.
Hey,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
That's a good strategy for young men out there is to do the Bob, where if you feel like, oh, shit, this is too exciting, I'm about to blow, you just stop and get off her all pissed and say, get the phone. And then it'll stop you and be like, the fuck are you talking about? You're like, all right, let's go back at it. And then you should be good for another couple minutes. Let's call it the Bob.
Well, Brett said if it's going to be you as Bob, you got to wear your sunglasses and not
if
Bob
the
glasses.
Bob could be another name for the switcheroo because it's the wrong guy under the sheets the whole time.
That is true.
This is true.
So, Bob, the switcheroo.
All right, so I took a little weird, twisted turn. So, of course, Linda for me was Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mom. I went with Bob. I would love to see Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott. Why am I
Yeah.
saying that?
Stifler.
Oh, Stifler. Yeah, keep them together, right?
So you'd be seeing him with his own mother if you just watched American Pie or whatever show that was.
Yeah, but think about it. Visually, it makes sense. If he was wearing the glasses and the old hair, like
Which, do you remember that show Dexter?
Yeah.
Did you know Karen Carpenter was like his wife the whole time? His sister in the show is his wife?
no, didn't know that. I did not know that.
Could you
I did not
imagine
know that.
how weird that is? Now they're iconically brother and sister, and they were married for years.
And that's just wild.
That's
Weird.
Look at Rob's digging in the Married with Children vein again, I guess, for Bob. He picked Ed O'Neill.
that'd be a
Al Bundy.
A
You
skinny,
might get the phone.
a skinny Al Bundy.
Yeah,
Pretty
okay.
good.
And that works with Katie Seagal too. So.
It does.
All right, so we got Bob.
Okay.
Now, now we'll move on to Tommy Doyle.
Oh,
This was easy cash for me. Macaulay Culkin.
damn.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, nice.
Picture him. No, serious. Come on, he's outside. Look. And opening up the blinds, and nobody believes me. That's fucking Macaulay Culkin, dude.
That's the only regret that I had is I wish he was in more scary movies as a kid. Like he did The Good Son or whatever that is. But
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen him in more horror movies, kind of like that Miko Hughes role.
Yeah,
Like,
he was great in The Good Son. I thought that was awesome.
that's one of my
You did a
favorite
great
movies.
job because you really hated that little
You
fucker.
little bastard. So to kind of go with that 80s, I guess 80s vibe, 90s. My Tommy was Corey Haim.
Nice. Rest in peace. Yep.
In peace, man.
I don't know. Corey Haim, that's great. But Corey Haim, when you see him, you'd want to see way more of him than Tommy Doyle role, though.
In a way, but that's what, all these little small roles. It's so iconic. Like it would have been a big thing moving forward for his career because he had all those roles moving forward. I just think that little bit of a role would be great to say that he was in that movie.
I'd actually go back on my list. All right, so for Tommy, I had Edward Furlong.
Yeah, from Terminator 2.
Elijah, Brad Patrick. That's good.
Brad Patrick. Was
said?
Edward Furlong. I would say Elijah Wood is great. That's a good pick.
Yeah, he could do it for sure. He was a good kid actor. That was a sad moment because I take April to meet all kind of celebrities and stuff. Sometimes we meet the females I had a crush on as a kid, and I make sure she knows it so that it's a special moment. And we can see if we can get some fireworks going. Who knows? Maybe some crazy girl on girl action. You never know how good I get sometimes. So, but she had her childhood crush was him, Edward Furlong. And she got to meet him, and she was none too pleased.
He looks like
he's been through about 80 miles of bad road.
He don't look too swell.
80 miles of bad road. I like that.
Yeah, he's
oof. He was in a new movie recently, wasn't he? Like a remake. Just recently, thought it was trash.
He was trying. I know he's been trying to get back onto everything. He tried to. I think he cleaned himself up, but I don't know.
No, he'd have to go full blown fucking like lose weight, get buff, fucking steroid raged out to have a comeback, in my opinion.
I loved him in Detroit Rock City, the Kiss movie.
I love that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies, man.
That is a gangster movie. We got to talk about that shit one day.
American History X is a classic.
That's right. Yeah, American History X. He was awesome in that.
That's phenomenal.
River Phoenix.
River Phoenix is another good pick. Yeah.
Windsor said, "Rest in peace." We have River Phoenix. That's a good one. I could see that all day.
Oh, you know that guy, the kid Jonathan Brandeis.
Brandis, yeah.
Brandis, yeah, he was good.
He was good too. You know, he dated Danielle Harris.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she talked about it on her podcast.
I remember he was in that karate movie with Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's right. That was the one.
I'm not talking about that motherfucker right now because you'll learn my deep dark secret I never want to confess, and now that I've already brought it up, I have to fucking say it.
But Chuck Norris was actually in the Rio Grande Valley this weekend.
Jonathan Brandis was actually very attractive in Ladybugs. As a kid, I was so uncomfortable that I thought he was so attractive in that movie.
Dude, he was awesome.
But he was like my type.
Michael's Horror and Pin, True Confessions.
He's awesome. Like I compared him to Devin Sawa from Little Giants. They were kind of
Final Destination.
Yeah. He's gonna be a frightmare.
Cool.
Devin Sawa.
All right, who's next?
All right, so now we have Lindsay Wallace.
Oh
shit!
The worst actress of all time, and nobody got it. And I think when you hear mine, you might get it. Okay, the little fucking rude girl star of Problem Child 2.
Oh, the little pain in the ass.
She is who Lindsay was supposed to be. And when I was thinking about that, I realized that character was supposed to be this hard to babysit, pain in the ass, diva little chick, which Kyle Richards did not paint, in my opinion, as well as that girl would have. Because picture her doing it, you'd have been like, oh, fuck that little kid the whole time.
She gave a run for his money.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I picked her. What you got, Joe?
I love it, man. Okay, so I went with Mara Wilson, also known as Matilda.
Matilda. I could see that, yeah.
Back then.
Oh, back then.
Oh, okay. I was gonna.
Yeah.
Now
I can see that.
Yeah. She's this gothic lesbian now.
Oh, yeah.
But she's not gothic, but she looks.
There's nothing wrong with a gothic lesbian. Everybody should own one.
Yeah.
All right. So what's what?
Oh wait. So Lindsay, for me, I picked. I went on the blonder side. I went for Heather O'Rourke.
Oh.
Wow. I gotta
rest in peace.
You win.
Oh,
that's the win.
That's pretty good.
That's the win.
And, I mean, Matilda's a cool idea and everything, but you win. You win.
I think that would have been awesome.
Oh, we got a bracket.
We got Brackett next. Sheriff Brackett.
Now that's where I put,
Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
that's where I put Alice Cooper, and that was for the reasons we discussed earlier.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you had him. I could totally see him in a role like that. Definitely. What about you, Big Joe?
Oh man, so this was a little bit of a debate between me and Mary Beth. We for whatever reason we were vibing between these two characters. I just go with the one we finally decided on. Tim Allen.
Oh my god!
Back in his cocaine days.
Oh, I can totally. Could you picture that face of his when he leans in the window?
Yeah.
I girls, I need to do that suspicious like I smell heat. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Tim Allen, man.
A Detroit cokehead,
Yeah,
my pal.
yeah.
Brothers in
That's my
powder.
man.
He's the real Santa Claus, man.
Fuck
That's
it,
right.
man.
He's
like,
into the
When I
snow.
shave, when I look at the mirror, I look like this. Oh, classic, dude. Classic.
Santa Claus likes
Yeah.
the snow
He needs-
plenty.
I wish he was in more horror movies. He's never been in a horror movie. Not that I can think of.
Oh, I don't think so.
Tim
No.
Allen, nothing horror related.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yes. He's the one Jim Jeffries was talking about almost raping those two girls in the hotel room.
Oh,
I guarantee you that's who he was talking
you
about.
think so?
Yeah.
Jim Jeffries.
It has to be.
Jim Jeffries
What?
is a
It has
crazy
to
son of
be.
a
If you
bitch.
go back and look at the tour dates he's talking about opening for a headliner, it had to be Tim
Tim
Allen.
Allen, yeah.
Yeah. But he won't say it. But
It's
anyways,
Tim Allen though. I mean, come on.
I know the dude's a cokehead from Detroit. We've seen plenty of pictures in the paper up there of him getting arrested multiple times.
He's legendary, man.
And-
Which I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying
You go from prison
it
to
surprised
Hollywood.
you. David Harbour, who is that? Archie Bunker, fuck yeah. Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
I could totally. You guys doing?
Could you see them pulling up next to him in front of Nichols Hardware Store? Jesus H. Christ, what are you smoking in that car, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly where my mind went.
See, I was even thinking about Jack Lemmon for whatever reason.
Jack
Yeah,
Lemmon
Jack
could go
Lemmon.
in anything. He's
Yeah.
the greatest actor of all
He
time.
could have been great. He could've-
David Harbour for bracket. Yep, I can see that. Oh, well, oh shit. What did I didn't, for me, for bracket, I went back to one of my favorite movies, Black Christmas. I picked John Saxon.
Oh.
And Nightmare on Elm Street as well, obviously.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
So
baby.
you got him playing the cop role in Halloween.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then you remember that little trivial knowledge that Robert Englund told me himself.
Oh.
I told him about the having a huge Halloween collection, and he said, "You know, I was a part of that movie." I'm like, "What?" And I know everything about Halloween. Shut the fuck up. You ain't in Halloween. And he says, "I was there when they filmed the movie, and we helped rake up the leaves and stuff and put them into the bags for Deborah Hill."
Yeah, he was like a PA. He was like a production assistant.
Just chilling.
Robert Englund was just hanging out
No.
while
Yep.
they filmed Halloween.
He's like, this ain't gonna be shit.
Who would have known? Who would have known? Tommy Lee Jones. That's another good one right there. Brett Patrick.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, because he was the best fucking sheriff ever.
We got a lady in the crowd got pretty excited back there when we said that.
Yeah, I know. Because he was on what was that movie with Harrison Ford? The Fugitive.
The Fugitive.
Yeah, he's a badass.
He was
Yeah.
great in The Fugitive.
Tommy Lee Jones is the man.
Won the Academy Award, I think, for that, didn't he?
Oh, he's the shit, man.
He's Ty Cobb, for Christ's sake.
Fucking badass, man. An asshole, but he's badass.
All right, who's next?
Let's see. Bracket. We did Linda already, so I can skip over that. So we have Andy Brackett.
Annie Brackett, you first. I got it. That's one that
I dipped into another horror franchise, and I said Rose McGowan.
Oh, okay.
I could see her doing that. And so when I'm thinking along those same lines of that type of personality, I'm thinking Tracy Lords.
Oh, wow.
You
That
remember?
could be a totally different kind of movie.
That's a
Yeah,
totally
I
different.
know.
You talking about Risky Business?
I'm not sure. I don't remember that one. But
No, Tracy Lords was in Not of This Earth. That was like one of the bigger, and she was in the hell was the movie with Johnny Depp? It was like the 50s style
Right.
movie. What the fuck was that?
Crybaby, yeah.
Crybaby.
yeah,
Well, she was the prostitute in Risky Business with Tom Cruise, right?
she's what?
No, that was Rebecca De Mornay.
She's famous for hustling the porn industry and to believe it, she's 18 when she was actually 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
out in the world are a whole lot of 14-year-old Tracy Lord porns. That's why she got famous.
She's big now. Have you seen her lately? She's kind of hefty.
Unfortunately. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, she's good. Yeah,
No, she still looks good. She still looks good.
Yeah,
I love that lady.
Yeah.
She's gangster.
She's sweet. Yes, she is.
I think I saw her at the last.
All right, so I said Rose McGowan. What do you guys got?
I got.
Well, he said yeah. Okay, what about you, Joe?
I got Kaylee
Who?
Kaylee Cuoco.
Kaylee Cuoco. I can see that. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It
I
sounds
can't
like.
even say her name right. Kaylee Cuoco from fucking
Fun. Big Bang Theory.
Bang Theory. That's right. That's right.
I can see that.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she's a little blondie, but I mean, I think she'd play a great Annie.
Penelope Ann Miller. That's a good one. Brett. I could see that. A brunette, right?
Yeah.
Who did you say, Patrick?
I said Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan. Okay.
Well, she was in Scream.
She was a Scream. Yep.
Right, that's right.
And she did date Marilyn Manson for a while.
She did. What else was she in? Oh, was it Jawbreaker or Heartbreaker?
Jawbreaker was great. Yeah.
Yeah, Jawbreaker was really good. That movie was good.
Man, I gotta get all my books together. I don't remember where all my shit is anymore.
She was in another movie. What was it?
Who?
Rose McGowan.
Well, she was on Charm too. She was on the TV show Charm.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. The Witches or something.
The Witches, yeah, with her and Alyssa Milano and that other girl whose name I forget.
That's right. That's right. The three of them.
I never saw that show, but I was at the house where they filmed it because it's like 2 or 3 houses in this little neighborhood. It's like 2 houses down from where they filmed the Thriller video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that house that the zombies break into at the end, it's like 2 doors down from that house.
Very cool. So, all right, you want to go, Michael? And we'll go to one of the pivotal roles. What's up?
Before we get to the last, we got 2 more, right?
Yes, we do.
Can we?
Actually, in theory, 3.
Who?
Well, we have Loomis, Laurie, and in theory, Michael, even though he's not showing his face.
Oh, shit.
Loomis?
Laurie.
Laurie Loomis.
Oh, there's only
And
one.
Michael.
Loomis. So, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Who are we doing first?
Well, we'll do Laurie. We'll do Laurie's first.
Laurie, I got Danielle Harris because I thought Scream Queen, and I couldn't think of anyone who was better at screaming, especially from my vantage point, because I actually hired her to do a scream on my album, as well as some other lines for a song called Devil's Evolution.
Which opens this podcast every week.
Yeah.
That scream that opens up is Miss Danielle Harris.
Exactly. What'd you get? What does that say? What is it? Oh, you got Danielle Harris.
Danielle Harris.
Hell yeah! Could there be another one? There could be. I can.
Could there be?
Not really. That has to be it for me. Who do you say?
Well, it just goes to show you how sick minds think alike. As I was saying, Danielle Harris.
I knew it. Something told me everyone would pick it. That's perfect.
Bro, she belongs to me, guys.
That's what. Oh yeah.
You can't have her.
Y'all have to take it easy.
Jesus
all right?
H Christ.
Take it easy, all right, fellas.
Maybe I could in here. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, honey. No, I mean, in the fantasy world. Honey.
Oh, that's right, Joe. That's it. For all that don't know, Joe's significant other's on his left right now. So if he gets out of line and you see an arm come from the corner of the screen and just swing.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's who I think will be the first one to come in here to do signatures as far as like who I would want to bring in. So I think that'll be the first one. Plus, when I got all hyper on the auction the other day, I said if I could get more than 3,000 views on Devil's Evolution, that I would hire her to come in and sign autographs for free if we could get to 3,000 plays. Thinking back on it, I wish I would have did a higher number, but that's what it is, and there we are to stay.
That's kind of creepy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one too. Brett Patrick said from Rose McGowan. She was in Planet Terror. Remember, she had the leg for the shot for the machine gun.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Right.
Yes, that was a good movie.
Something like that.
And so what about Loomis, Dr. Loomis?
Well, I got 2 answers for that one. I got an A.
2.
There's only
A to
one.
B.
Go ahead.
All right, my Loomis, I went for Sir Sean Connery.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the accent.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's my
Oh
first
my God. Hey, get your ass away from. I can't do.
Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from there, Lonnie.
That's funny.
Oh, he's killed again. He wait. That was like a. There comes
Officer Hawkins, did he kill again?
You send a bunch of people up here to fight Michael Myers. You better bring back a good supply of buddy bag. I just did. I'm getting all over them. I just slipped into Rambo fucking monologue.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
I'm all brain dead, and my impressions are getting.
We're like morphing
mixed up
Sean
right
Connery
now.
with Luke. Like
I can't do Sean Connery because every time I do it, it sounds like Peter Brady, like pork chops and applesauce.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, man.
So Michael, who'd you have?
Did you go yet?
No, want me to go?
I want you to go because, in my opinion, this is the only answer. Go ahead.
All right, so I went off the rails. I didn't go by the playbook. I picked an actor who is not British, but I thought would be very, very cool in this role, and that would be Darren McGavin.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Kolchak the Night Stalker.
Oh wow.
Or A Christmas Story, the Christmas Story dad. I mean, everybody knows him from that, but if you ever watch Kolchak the Night Stalker, he was fucking awesome. That was a great show.
Dude, that's bad, man. That's a good one.
Who was your other one?
I didn't have another one. Who was your other one, Joe?
I went Robin Williams, but specifically from
Mrs. Doubtfire?
what movie? Oh, Good Will Hunting. He
Uh,
had the beard and all that.
Okay, yeah.
with
Yeah.
young Mrs. Doubtfire.
I was gonna say, man, we don't need a Loomis in drag.
Mrs. Doubtfire as Dr. Loomis.
You put your eye on that fire, dear.
Hello there, Michael.
This is for
Oh dear, I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and another 8. I really wish that was living behind that boy's eyes.
Say yeah, shot him 6 times.
Oh, I can't. Yeah,
You lost it.
there's no hyper moment for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Shot him
that
6
compared-
times.
Actually, this is Brett Patrick's got to go with Alan Rickman, man. That's good. Or Jeremy Irons.
A little Rickman.
Yes, Alan Rickman.
So I'm just saying. I thought.
Or
that was-
Jeremy Irons, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Billy Madison's dad. Yes, that's right.
Couple diehard bad guys in
You
there.
forgot the safety.
Arlie Army from Full Metal Jacket, Dave says.
Yes.
That's got a good one. That's a real good one. But in my opinion, there can only be one. In my opinion, is the great horror #1 name, awesome legend, Vincent Price.
Oh wow. Wow.
Vincent Price as Dr. Loomis.
I could see that. Yeah, I purposely didn't go to, now why am I drawing a blank on the ones that they actually asked before they even asked Donald Pleasance, the Hammer guys,
Oh, Peter something.
Peter Cushing and Christopher. Why am I drawing a blank? He was in friggin' Star Wars too.
Oh, he was fucking. What's his
Oh,
name?
I know who you're talking about.
He played.
Yeah, he was Dracula. Yeah, why am I drawing a blank on his last name?
Dracula.
Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee. Thank you, Brett. Yeah, I because they had been asked, so they were like the obvious ones. I purposely avoided that.
Right on. Yeah.
And either one of them probably would have been pretty good, but I just avoided it.
And then there's only one left. Everybody did Michael Myers, right?
Well, Michael Myers now, you got to remember, Michael Myers in this movie is basically somebody who would you like to see in those classic castle movements? Not necessarily, it wouldn't be a castle movement because if you're recasting it, it's not necessarily him. So I went to somebody,
So
one of my other favorite horror movies, and of course I went back to Friday the 13th Part 2, and I picked Warrington Gillette.
Oh shit.
okay.
Sacked head Jason.
What would
I
you
would have been awesome.
Scared to work at night, like Steve Miner told me he was.
What's that?
Steve Miner. I was talking to him about it because there was always like Steve Dash, the other guy who played Jason in Part 2,
Right.
with Gillette. There was always he starts signing his name, the real Jason, and because Warrington Gillette's running around saying he's Jason, and Steve Dash thinks he's Jason. So when I met Steve Miner, who directed it, I asked him who was Jason. He said Steve Dash was Jason. He said we wanted Warrington Gillette to be Jason, but he was too like chicken shit to do anything. He wouldn't do this scene. He wouldn't do this scene. He was afraid to break the glass. He was afraid to do this. and they did not sound like they liked working with him at all.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, he harassed. He said some words, but
Some colorful words. But what about you guys?
And I can't think of his name. He's such a legendary director. And it's the guy who played freaking Dr. Decker, but he's the actor. I can't remember his name.
Dr. Decker. From where?
Yeah, from Nightbreed.
Oh, okay.
God dang it, I forgot his name. But the guy who played Dr. Decker, I wanted him to play Michael Myers.
okay. Now follow me on this one, okay? Who has played Michael Myers, in your opinion, is worth talking about? Of course, you've got Nick movements. And then Dick Warlock did a great job, but he was just a slower version of this.
Right.
Pretty much.
A little too robotic for my taste, but it was good.
Massive difference, other than being a little porky throughout the years in the 90s, was Tyler Mane is super huge, right?
Oh, yeah. Remember when we did our list? He was like number 3 on mine.
I like that Nick Castle movements, Dick Warlock slow movements, 7 foot tall, The Undertaker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Undertaker is the only person I could think to play Michael Myers for this recast in my head.
Oh, actually, one that just popped in my head because I just happened to watch The Devil's Reject again last night. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, yeah, DDP.
Yeah, but you don't want a Michael Myers that's all fucking yoga flexible and shit. Fucking ankle up over his fucking head and shit.
Yoga.
She'd never be able to run away from him if it was Diamond Dallas Page. He'd have caught up to her and waited for her to get to the door.
No, who was the... No, I can't even think of his name. He was the big guy who wore the black suit, super fat, creepy. Never mind, he doesn't fit the mold. But I always think of, like, what if there was a fat Michael Myers?
There was.
No, like fat.
George Wilbur.
Like super,
George Wilbur.
Like super fat. Like I'm talking about like Vader fat.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, would you be as intimidated or be like, nah, I could just outrun him? You know? Like, I don't understand why.
Throw fucking donuts at him to stop him.
Like, I'd like to see a fat serial killer. Who is
She
a fat serial killer?
She falls down the stairs, and then he gets on that little motorized fucking sit down the stairs and go get her and shit.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I would love to see a fat Michael Myers.
Oh man, so they brought me up to a point of doing like like it'd be fun to do a parody of the Halloween movie, but I kind of did a couple of skits on this internet skit comedy show that me and my brother and a couple other people did, where we reenacted the scene. Only my brother played Linda, right? And I was under the sheet, and I open up the door, and he's like, "See anything you like?" And he pulls out his ugly little puffy nips and shit. He's like, and he's like. And he starts acting, and he's like, and when he says, "See anything you like?" Of course, I'm shaking my head, no, like that under the ghost sheet. And then I walk up to him, and he's like talking. I'm calling Lori. This is getting nowhere, and he's talking on his cell phone. And I take the cell phone and start strangling him with it and shit. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty good. You like role playing? Huh?
I'm trying to visualize this one, Brad Patrick, the guy that stole Pee Wee's bike. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Francis. What the actor's name? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Right, Pee Wee. He was in Teen Wolf. He was Chubbs or something like that. He was a fat
Right.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny. He was in the Leprechaun too, wasn't he?
Was he in Leprechaun? I haven't seen that in so goddamn long. The first one with Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, I think
The first one?
Yeah, he's legendary. I'd like to meet that guy. But he would be a great Michael Myers.
It's funny.
Yeah. Or, not when we get away from the fat, Leslie Nielsen as Michael Myers.
Oh man,
Could you imagine?
Leslie, I don't know how, but it would make me laugh. I know.
Yeah, no. He's
Just-
walking around with a little fart machine.
Leslie Nielsen's the best, 100%.
Oh, shit.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if it was him.
What did he look like? Oh wait, what was it? What did the guy look like? Oh, white guy, mustache, about 6'2". That's an awfully big mustache.
The Naked Gun series is one of the
That is the
best,
Naked
dude.
Gun Part 2 or Mystery Science Theater the movie are tied for first. Well, Naked Gun's #1, but just under that for second for funniest movies are those.
And what's great about Leslie Nielsen, you could just tie him to 2 horror movies.
Yeah.
Creep Show.
Creep Show, yeah.
And Prom Night.
That's right. Absolutely.
He was the dad in Prom Night. He was Jamie Lee Curtis, Jamie's dad.
I loved him in Mr. Magoo, honestly.
Nice.
Creep Show was the best. If you can hold your breath.
People forget about Mr. Magoo.
Harry!
Or Mr. Bean as Loomis. What's his name?
Oh, we're going off this. Ozzy was the character's name.
Oh, yeah. I said Dave Alvis just knocked it out of the park. Kramer.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Going down the stairs like fucking Kramer. Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome. Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
You know, that's
as Annie. As Annie.
Tell
Yes.
me, Dave, tell me when you were thinking Kramer, you were only thinking of the scene where he's getting shot out of the window. Where it's like, no doubt.
He's like,
I could see that all day.
Oh, we can. All right, so that's it. So next week or next time we're gonna recast Halloween with nothing but Seinfeld characters.
Yeah. Go.
hey, that's awesome.
Hey, good recast.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I think
bro.
if we went through and picked one of ours for each character, we'd have a pretty kick-ass cast.
That was pretty fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. It was some great ideas, man, and it would be some interesting stuff, man. I knew that was going to be fun. And this is something we could do. You know, not every week, maybe another month or so. Maybe we'll bring this back and do like H2 or something.
Yeah,
that could be something we could do. You know, because H2 might be interesting because when it comes to Nurse Karen, we have to find somebody with some really nice tots.
Yeah.
Amen to that, amen to
So
that.
instead of now that this is the last in the dissension of going through the movies and reviewing them, maybe starting next week we should just recast them.
We could do that. Yeah, since we started with this, we could do H2 and work our way through. I mean, I'd love to hear Michael recasting Halloween 3.
That was coming.
Oh yeah.
So I could recast Halloween 3 for sure. I would recast it with Ellie Cornell and Danielle Harris and Bo Starr and Donald Pleasance and George Wilbur and Sasha Jensen.
He's just trying to come up with
You just created a lynch mob.
I would call it Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to do. That. No, we still gotta
That's
do
the
it.
ultimate Halloween 3.
Shit.
Just move a couple of numerals around in the Roman numerals and just pretend like that shit never happened.
Good, Brad Patrick. We need to do a fantasy draft for all the Halloween characters.
That's right. Hey, let's do it. I'm in. Well, cool. Speaking of which, did I just hear me correctly? Are we really? Did I heard me correctly?
Did you hear me correctly?
Halloween 1 today?
Yes. So right from recasting Halloween 1 to talking, since we've worked our way back from the latest movie to this one, we're going to be doing this tonight.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Very clever, sir.
You like that with the little Siskel and Ebert at the end of it?
Yes, and way to not use anything that was actually Halloween 1 footage.
I'm getting very crafty.
That is, because then we won't get shut down. I was sitting there watching it going, oh man, Patrick's going to get us sued. But then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, none of these are actually Halloween 1. They're just, oh, that was gangster.
Snippets.
That was awesome. All right, so I can start that one if you don't mind. I mean,
Go right ahead.
Wait a minute, real quick. Do you have to use the little boy's room?
I'm actually, wow, I guess my mouth must be moving a mile a minute because I don't have to go to the bathroom yet. And I just downed a beer. Actually, speaking of which, I had to pour another one.
Oh.
Did you bring anything, Joe, to the shop? No?
No, because we were hauling butt over here. So I'm kind of hurting. I'm about to drink one of these lemon IPAs, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
now timeout. I got an observation here. We got 25 minutes, right? with that being said, would you rather do the enamel pins and then save Halloween 1 for next time? Because we got way more than that worth of stuff to talk about Halloween 1.
I have no problem with that. We could save it. We can throw the pins real quick if you want.
You can elaborate if you want to. It's up to you.
What do you want to do, Patrick? I can go either way. He could go either way. You're the determining factor.
Well, it all depends on, we could, yeah, I guess, how did we, we started a little bit later, but we only started like 10 minutes later. It's not like we started a half hour later. How did we lose so much time?
You want to tell everybody about your other, your collector the other podcast you do where you show individual Halloween items and stuff like that while we regroup?
You want to do that? Yeah, we'll get the show. So if, for those of you that haven't checked out my channel, which is the same as my Instagram, that Halloween movie collector, each week I'm going to drop a collectible spotlight where I'm just spotlighting something in the collection. And if anybody's interested in coming along and doing a spotlight with me, they're more than welcome to. So the latest one I did was on Halloween light up mask. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to show it now real quick. And then we'll come back in about 4 or 5 minutes when it's over with. And then we're going to regroup. So enjoy. Have any questions afterwards? Just let me know. Welcome back to another collectible spotlight. I'm that Halloween movie collector, Pat. And this time around, we're going to look at the Michael Myers light up mask, released for the first version in 2002 by the Paper Magic Group, which was releasing most of the original line of Halloween collectibles, licensed Halloween collectibles in the late 1990s, early 2000s. And there were 3 versions. The first version was released in 2002, and the next version in 2003, and then there was another version in 2011. Now, the difference is, being the first version was a simple package version, which is the mask and a hanging package. The second time around, they came out with one in a hanging package, but it was more of a boxed version, which is actually kind of bulky. It's very hard to display. You can hang it. I wouldn't recommend it, though, because I think it's very heavy. Over time, it would just damage your cardboard. And then when they re-released it again in 2011, they went back to the original hanging package. Now, the only difference I could see on the actual mask is there's first version was pretty much all white. The other 2 versions both had cheekbones outlined in like a brown, reddish brown hue, as well as the mouth line was outlined the same way. The first version was the hanging version, one of the hanging versions. And the differences in the packaging that you can see from the first version, it also included the French translation on the package, and some yellow highlighting on the actual physical package as well. The second version in 2003 was the box version, there was no other language on that, so I'm assuming it was just strictly a US release. The third version in 2011, they must have been an international release again, because they had that French translation on the package again as well, without the yellow hue for whatever reason. One similarity that all 3 versions does have is that all 3 versions have the same Paper Magic Group UPC part number, which is 6561840. That didn't change through the various versions. It ran on 2 AA batteries that were included. Retail price at the time, I don't remember offhand what I paid originally, but doing some research, it looked like they were $34.99. I found that price on an old advertisement for Walmart, where they sold them in Walmart. They sold them in Spencer's, FYE, all the typical places like that. I even think they were in some of the older record store chains at the time, from what I remember. But they were pretty popular. Now, they're selling nowadays, it's strange. I've seen them sell for as little as $25 to up to $150 for the package version. Now, for the boxed version, which seems to be rarer, I've seen them go for anywhere from, I would say, $150 up to $225 even. Majority of them tend to stop working after a while because the batteries go dead, especially if you don't open it and change the batteries. One of the things I always found amusing was the safety measures it tells you to take on the back. If skin shows, apply color coordinated makeup on those areas the mask does not cover. Do not wear a mask while driving, smoking, sleeping, or swimming. And be careful when crossing streets or using stairs. Duly noted. Well, that is the Michael Myers Light Up Mask from Paper Magic Group. Hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything you'd like to see a collectible spotlight on, either behind me or go to my Instagram page at That Halloween Movie Collector, where I have my entire collection cataloged and photographed with details. I try to post daily, especially as new items come in. I'll put them up there. I also host a weekly collector's podcast on the Michael's Horror and Pinball YouTube channel, and that is on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to join that, where we can interact with other collectors, we do spotlights, and we just do a lot of fun stuff with some great collectors. I also have a Halloween collectors group on Facebook. That is Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors Group. All the links for all these descriptions will be in the description of this video. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See you on the next Spotlight. Up. You're muted. There you go. Now you're back. Yeah, you were muted.
Oh, if you remember correctly, I can't actually hear anything that's coming out. So I'm kind of like blind right now because we're listening in here from Joe's phone.
Can you hear me now? Do you hear it now or not?
I can't hear what's going on.
Where is he? Where's Joe?
So, let's do, in my opinion, the Buster Keaton version of the Halloween Collector podcast. We'll just do it silent for a little bit. It'll be completely understandable. Big Joe!
Awesome. Thank you, Brett.
Let me see.
Thank you,
Rob.
Rob.
On my phone.
Anybody not familiar, you could check out the page there. So, where's Joe now? Get Joe back. Come on, Joe. We need you so Michael could hear. He has no sound. He's soundless at the moment. See, if I only remember how to do my my sign language.
All right. I think if I'm reading the room correctly, I'm the only one that doesn't hear anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear me. Everybody hears you. It's just me that doesn't hear what's going on. Okay, well, easy. You could just you could talk, and I will tell you what I think you said, and we'll see how close I am until Joe gets back.
All right. I know Michael likes little boys. He's told me on several occasions.
Fallopian tubes rolled in butter. I don't fucking know what that means. Can I get a better hint? Let's do another one.
All right. He's told me plenty of times that he loves women's clothing. He loves women's underwear on his head, especially really dirty, stained ones.
That one, you said something to the extent of 11 meatloafs is worth 3. What? I'm good at this, I think.
I don't know.
Anyways, Joe's taking a little long. I got to make sure he's okay.
Oh,
So we should just enjoy the podcast for this evening. We can cut it here, and then we can reconvene next Sunday at 6 o'clock Central Time. What do you think, Big Dog?
Yeah, I mean, we've already gone for an hour and 45 minutes. We can call it.
Your head, yes or no. But actually,
We can do it. Is he coming back?
I didn't know, my man. I thought I was sitting in there yelling at the bathroom, going, "Joe!" I thought I told you. No, I didn't know it. We thought you were in there making bears. Because here's the problem.
No, we went to the store.
The issue is I can't hear what's going on.
Oh no!
Remember?
Oh yeah! Oh shit! Okay, my bad. Tell him we're getting on in just a second.
The professionalism of it all. At this point, I'm fucking eating this taco.
That's it, man. Who
Because,
cares?
I highly doubt anyone's sticking around. Dave thought he was shitting. We thought he was shitting too.
I thought he was in the. I thought so too. I'm like, oh, maybe he's dropping trow. I don't know.
No, I was
There, Patrick.
no. Oh, you got to get that one. Okay, so because Patrick said, "What am I drinking?" I had to go to the store. Brown bag.
Oh, now he's brown bagging it. Nothing wrong with that. And it
Oh,
was nice. Yeah. So each week we're gonna have to do some type of a segment. Either I can bring the spotlight in, or we can have some of the stuff that we're gonna pre-record, and that's a perfect opportunity to go take a leak.
Mm,
hell yeah.
that's perfect for the segments, like you say.
Yep.
So what do
Awesome.
you want to do? We can do pins or Halloween one. What would you like to do?
I think
Both?
we can do both. It's entirely. I'm not going anywhere. It's entirely up to you guys. So
We can do both.
we can do both. So why don't we did the intro for Halloween. Why don't we talk about Halloween? I mean, I don't have to take that long because it's all been said. We know how it feels. I mean,
Good
I can
point.
go first and just say, look, it's near and dear to my heart. You know, I rarely do there's no movie I can think of that I can tell you exactly when I saw it, exactly what time I saw it, what year, date, age, because of my research and everything. And I just remember it like it was yesterday. And it just blew my mind. And over the years, it's just gotten even better. It's I can't think of it, and there's very few movies I can just watch over and over again, and I still enjoy it. And that's one of them. I mean, is it a perfect movie? Of course not. But that makes it even better. Like those little flaws that people call them, where they're trying to find stuff. I mean, how cool is that? You're always looking like, wow, maybe I could catch something. Like when you saw the thing with the fan, and you didn't know about it for the first time. It's like finding get treasure.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like for those little faults, which I don't even call them faults, I just think it's awesome that this movie even has that. I mean, I think it was cast perfectly, it was played perfectly, it was paced perfectly. I mean, and there's no gore in it, and you don't even care because it's so good the way it's paced. It's that, like you said, like Urban Blondes would always say, theater of the mind. I want people to look one way, think another way. What is behind this door? You don't know what's behind that door. That to me, that's a scary movie. I mean, gore is gore. I mean, everybody loves a good gory movie, but gory movies, let's face it, are not scary. They're really not. You're just like, wow, look at that. Wow, look what just happened and stuff like that. But this movie, like I said, I was 8 years old, scared the shit out of me at that age. It scared the piss out of me, and I was like fascinated. Because you're always fascinated. It's like when you're younger and you always try to push yourself to go on those, like the biggest roller coaster, on those scary rides. You want to push yourself because you like that fear, that sense of being scared. That's the way that movie made me feel the first time I saw it. I was like, wow, I got to watch this. I got to watch it again. And the only thing that sucked about things back then is like, they weren't readily available. I mean, I saw it on HBO. We didn't have a VHS player or any of that shit. So I got to appreciate it even more, as I got older, because then I could own it and hang out with it and really learn to appreciate it, delve into it. I mean, look, we just recast this whole movie because we know it so well. We know name a movie where you know every single fucking character inside and out.
Yeah.
Like we do with this. I mean, every single second I could just close my eyes and just mouth that entire movie. And I'm sure both of you guys can do it too. Am I wrong? I knew as soon as I said mouth, I'm like, that came out wrong. Michael's going to say,
is that the only thing you close your eyes and mouth?
I closed my eyes and mouthed it all. Like, oh.
The little person in the back of your head saying, did you just say that to Michael? You know what he's going to do.
I couldn't believe it either. The nerve of some people.
But the guy in the back of my head's kicking the back of my head like, so you fucking stupid. You know that.
Bro, he was spilling his guts, bro.
It was a full house moment of this sweet, sentimental moment. Then all of a sudden.
Like I said, there's not much more I can say about it. Everybody knows how I feel about it. I mean, just look at the shit behind me. Look at my friends and all the awesome people I've met because of it. I mean, if it wasn't for this movie, we wouldn't even be here knowing each other and become good friends because of it. So look at that.
That's fucking true.
Cheers.
So,
I don't have to drink with me.
Cheers,
but cheers,
man. Cheers.
So that is me. That is me.
Hats off to you, gentlemen. Well, Halloween, that's about as a good a way as you can say it. That you just said, Patrick. I guess if I was to say anything about a movie that you already know everything about, I'd tell you what it means to me. Well, my dad and mom split up when I was like 2 years old. My mom lived in Michigan. My dad lived in Georgia, and uh, I grew up in Michigan. And she became a Jehovah's Witness, and she married. She was with my stepdad ever since I was about 4 or 5 years old. It was four, and that was the first memory I have of him because they're still together now. And my first memory of him was him and my mom arguing. What they told me was the very first time because he was watching me and she was working. When she came home from work, he had tried to score brownie points with me and taken me to rent Halloween on VHS and watch it. And my mom hit the ceiling, and that was good for their very first argument. And then I had this really lame formula of life where I would go down to Georgia and I would get made fun of for how I talk in Michigan. The words I use, like at the time, I don't use it anymore, but like pop and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd go back to Michigan, get made fun of for gaining weight while I was down south eating country food, stuff like that. And then what had ended up happening when I was 12, my mom gave me the option of coming out of school and doing homeschool because Jehovah's Witnesses don't want you really associating with people who aren't Jehovah's Witnesses. So she gave me that option. And what 12-year-old wouldn't take it, right? So I said, of course, I'm all for homeschool, not going to school at all. I'm all for that. Well, the religious stuff got bad, and long story, I ended up moving down to Georgia because me and my mom weren't getting on with the religious stuff. And he was the cool parent that let me get like Halloween, and then I'd go back to Michigan with it. And my mom, I'd hide it like in a box spring or something. I'd cut the corner of the box spring, lift the mattress, throw Halloween in there, hide it, and then she would find it. I made the joke when 9/11 happened and they were trying to find Osama bin Laden. I was like, my mom will find that shit. Just tell her he's got a copy of fucking Halloween and she will find that motherfucker. But so it became, I want to say sometimes I think maybe that movie is so important to me because of that. Like she told me no, and nobody wants to get told no. It makes you want it more,
Mm-hmm.
But then I look at the culture and I look at everything surrounding Halloween for me. Well, obviously, like it's turned into a store, and it's my love for this has gotten me traveling around and meeting all the actors and actresses and getting my poster signed by over 100 people and just learning the culture. And you're absolutely right. There's not very many movies you can say you're watching so intently rather, looking for mistakes and things you've never seen before. And I guarantee you, I can promise you this. It is the only movie that if I didn't collect Halloween merchandise at all, Halloween would literally be the only movie in my collection that I have multiple versions of. Because even if I didn't collect DVDs just to have all the different ones like I do, I would have to have the TV version from 1981. And I would have to have the regular version. And then when it went to Blu-ray and they did different transfers of it in, what is that, 97, and it looked like a totally different movie. That was like watching it for the first time. And then it came out on 4K, and now you see like 2 feet on either side. And it's never disappointed. And even the stupid sequels, whether you like them or hate them, I haven't met anyone yet that's a fan of Halloween and not a fan of the first one.
Right.
And you really, man, I'll be honest with you. I could ramble until tomorrow afternoon without changing the subject once and not saying the same thing twice about Halloween. It means absolutely the world to me. And I can't think of any other way I would want to live this life than have these things as options, friends like you guys and the store to sell stuff and the community to get to know and all that stuff. So it means the world to me, and I couldn't put it into words, so I'm going to stop trying.
Awesome. No, perfect.
Well said, man. Well said.
Well said.
Thank you.
Jojo.
I mean, for me, it's
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I actually I put a lot of thought into this because preparing for today and everything. I wanted to leave this part kind of like just to come from the heart, kind of like what Michael just did. And I was born in 1986. A little after the movie came out. And I can remember the first couple movies that I saw, 4 or 5, were kind of like what got me into it, and I backtracked. And from what I see, and from what I appreciate from the first movie, is it allowed you the opportunity to be different and like different things. Where I come from, people are very judgmental, and you're kind of like you should be this way and act this way, and this is who you are. Those movies, and this one in particular, opened the world up for me to kind of be who I wanted to be and be different. It was okay to be different. I wanted to always dress up for Halloween. I always wanted to be the creepy kid. I always wanted to be the weirdo. I always wanted to be different. And I always wanted to just be free. And I appreciate this movie because it allowed me that opportunity, even in my older age now. Being 35 and meeting new people to this day, especially in a society where people don't talk anymore. They don't hang out, they don't converse, they don't talk about things that they're into, what they like, what they don't like, opinions. I love the fact that we have this platform where we get to just share our opinions, share our love for this shit, and just, be who we want to fucking be. Be nerdy, be goofy, be fucking serious, be semi-serious, be whatever the fuck we want to be. And it's all because of this movie. And I'm very appreciative of that. So the movie's fucking badass. I don't give a shit if I'm flicking through the channels and it's on TV. I got to keep watching it until it finishes. Or if I'm just sitting there and I got nothing to do, guess what I'm putting on?
Mm-hmm.
Putting on 1, 2, 3, no, maybe 3, not 3, 4, 5. It depends on how I'm feeling. But it fills that emptiness in my mind. If I'm doing nothing, it fills that void. It gets my attention just like that because it's just that important to me. It's just weird.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Hell yeah.
And it's not just us. It's so many people because I'm at a vantage point where I have like a place for like-minded people, fans of Halloween to come to. So I get a lot of people come in here and we have conversations with them. And you're like, man, did you realize that the picture that the customers have painted in my head over time, and we've just been here for a few months, is I now have like 15 places in my mental map, houses within a 3-mile radius that have over $10,000 worth of Halloween shit. And it's incredible. Like you could only be so lucky to come up with something like, if you were a filmmaker, you could only be so lucky to come up with something that like impacts everyone in such a dramatic way. And yeah, we could go on and on and on and on.
That's it. As Gabriel put it.
Drop the mic, Mike.
Mic drop.
Nice. As long as he's not telling Joe to drop Mike, we'll be all right, right?
Yeah, that's not Mike. It was Patrick's fault. Patrick said, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, he's fucking right. I need a drink.
Well, it's because Joe and I said, I'm like, oh, Joe's like, you could show the collectible thing. That'll give us an opportunity to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, you know what? So that's why I started.
Fuck yeah.
Drinking out of the gate. Uh-oh. What was that?
Oh, you paused for a second. I'm not sure what happened.
It might have been some blip on the friggin' internet.
You want to do some pin action?
Let's do some pins. Michael's Horror and Pinball pins. Nah.
Oh. So you got the board?
You gonna show the board? Do you have a board with a bunch of pins on
Are
it?
you ready?
I'll hand
Do it up.
Well,
Yeah,
as
no,
pro
just
as you've been getting lately,
You can stay there.
I'm just sitting here thinking of you as a. I was expecting this big production of pins like this.
Well,
coming.
Well, wait one moment and ask and you shall receive.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Now this is
Very cool.
so I have some pins up on here. I'll leave this on the table since we're at a vantage point of having multiple cameras in the room. So let's try to see if we can't get it. Is it going to stay up on its own?
I can hold it. while you talk about it.
Well, let's see.
Are there any?
I appreciate it. Let me bump this up real quick, and then we'll go.
Yeah, you can move my phone too to try to get both angles.
I appreciate it. So we have a ton, and I don't know if these things still turn on and stuff, because a lot of them have some cool stuff, like they light up. Hard to get a good.
That was
lighting.
that was one of the cool ones. Yeah, I like that. The little light up one from the closet scene.
Yeah, that lights up. I'm sure you guys see them, so you could zoom in on them. I'll just point out the ones I like. The sets from like Creepy Co. Those are really cool. They have like Dr. Loomis, the clown, Lori right here, the pumpkin, Halloween, yak. Where's another cool one? Of course, cops do it by the book. Let me find a unique one though. Oh, you got like this one from the closet.
Yep.
From 2018. And then if you can...
He's trapped in the closet.
There we go. If you didn't just cut your nails, you could easily open it and go check that out. Pretty sweet. Open. I just cut my nails though, so that's kind of a pain in the cheeks. I'll be honest with you. Cookie woman? Or as I like to call her, cookie
woman.
Woman. I like this one a lot. The old finger to the thumb maroo.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I like that. I have two of those, Patring, if you're interested in one of them.
That's a very... I might have to take you up on that.
That's a good one. And then I got one from the book cover.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. I like this one. Looks cool.
Oh, I don't have that. It's a nice one. I like that. No, because it's hard to collect these because there are official releases, obviously, like Creepy Company and like Fright Rags, but then there's so many independent ones that throw them out like every other day. That's a nice one.
It's
I
like
that.
T-shirts, exactly. Like T-shirts. You could. I don't collect T-shirts as. I collect the licensed ones.
Right.
Because,
that's
like
what I do.
You say, there's a trillion online
There's
right now.
way too many of them now. I mean, it's just it's out of hand.
You know what? A lot of these vendors, they make them at home, and they make them look like the real deals.
Yeah, they make them real nice. They do a hell of a job.
Oh yeah. So the market is fucking.
That's cool. Nice.
Let's see. I'll do one little final scan here.
How about the pen of the Joe pin, the head pin of Joe? How about that?
Oh, here's one.
Yes, I have that one's one of my favorite one. I love that one.
He goes up on like that.
Yep.
Usually they want him to go down, but you know, this particular female goes up on him.
These are fucking badass.
Some of them are real cool.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, I could go on and on with these. And then of course we got the ones that are for sale and stuff like that. All the trick or treat ones.
I collect the ones that go on the Crocs.
I'll just go through them real quickly.
Y'all collect the Croc ones?
Oh, the Crocs ones, yeah.
Yeah. Call me a girl. I don't care. I like them on my Crocs. I like this one here, the young Michael with the bloody knife. That one's rad.
Anybody watching these are for sale at Michael's Horror and Pinball, so hit them up.
Yes, and these things are cheap as shit too. I think they're only like $6 or something like that. $7, I think.
Yeah, even Gabriel says I have a bunch in my collection, but I stopped collecting. They make so many, lots of them. It's just this is just entirely too many of them, and it's. I mean, if you collected it's your thing, that's cool, but it's just way too many.
Oh, that Lori one is cool. These
So
are badass, bro.
Yeah, there's a few of them, and I'm sure they're scattered around the shop as well. Those are just the ones I have readily available.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. The only ones I'll show a scattered few that are some of my favorites, sort of like you did. That you may
need
not
to
have.
come to the shop, man. If you're in the San Antonio area, get your ass over here because this place is fucking killer, man.
Hell yeah! I mean, thanks.
Oh yeah, fucking awesome.
Actually, these three, I don't know if you had them, but these are obviously not a fan of H3, but I always like these. The boxed ones from the box 3
Oh yeah, cool.
from H3. I always like those.
Sure.
And those super cool, like weathered looking boxes. This one I know is not an official one, but I always liked it. I always thought it was cool. Rabbit and Red Lounge. So you get the little
Oh, that's a big one too. I like that.
yeah, this one I was cool. I always thought was cool.
Did you see this? Hold on, real quick. Let me try to snag that. They had a, I think it was Creepy Co. had one that has a really, really tiny version of it.
No, I didn't see that one. That's fucking small as hell. It's like the size of a
Yeah.
fingernail. Jesus.
It's tiny. That's why I'm like, oh, that was big and cool.
This one I was found funny. The one Lori with the little kid Michael.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that one was funny. What else? Another off the wall one. Final Processing, the Silver Shamrock chip,
Fucking best movie
which lights
ever.
up. Because yeah, most of the ones you showed, I have a lot of those, and oh, these were always fun. The ones with Michael with Nick Castle drinking the drinking with the mask.
Yes, good one. Somebody must have bought that one because I know I had that. That's a good one.
I know they came in a couple of different colors. I have that one, and this one is a little bit in a different color too, like a black and white one.
Are these coming in pretty good there, Pat?
Very good. I'm kind of watching
Yeah.
him myself. It was awesome.
And yeah, the creepy ones you pretty much showed. I mean, there's so many of them. You got a whole freaking, like I said, if I could move that, I can't. There's a whole mess of them. I'm trying to see if there's anything different. You showed the cool H2 one. This one was always fun. Ben Tramer.
I like the video game one.
That's a good one.
That one's fucking rad.
To me, it was like a cross between Ben Tramer and like Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Billy Tramer. But there's just there's entirely too many of them. And this one I always liked was cool because I always thought that was a cool scene from H6. The one where he's got the axe.
That's a good one.
Fuck off, Wade.
The fuck off Wade one. Oh, the what do you call it one here? This is another one of my favorites with the phone call scene.
Yeah.
Which another one is like these people like these are like all like not knockoff ones but like side ones, but then they make like 10 of them in all the different colors. It's like I'm not gonna collect 10 of the damn things. I don't have room for these as it is.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, but this one was and one of my favorite ones. I almost forgot about this one from Creepy Cow, the box one. Do you have those?
Yes.
The ones they're in the package.
Yep.
Yeah, this
All
is
of mine are scattered.
as it falls out of the box.
Hey, can I see a pic? Can I see that real quick?
Yeah, it just fell out of the box. 1 second. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going to screenshot the setup because I'm going to recreate it because I forget which ones go in the set, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay, cool. Got it. I was wondering what Michael Myers it was that goes into that one.
This was a good set that came out. What was this from? From Creepy Company too. That came out not that long ago. All from H1. This was a decent set. I like these. I mean, there's so many of them. I know Gabriel had a bunch of them too. Actually, I was going to send you the link, Gabriel. I apologize. I never get around to it. I'm sorry. But Gabriel's thing was Pins Coach, so
We'll just set it down.
he had tons of them.
I'll put it over there.
No, it's good.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all right. No.
And this one's a funny one I always found because I can't seem to see it right now, but because it says Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers, but with the EPC in the way, the bottom it's like a little television screen, but the television is showing the resurrection mask.
Yeah.
But it says The Curse of Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah, look if you have it, you go look. You'll see the television screen. It's the resurrection mask.
I got that one. Well, here, let's take a look at that pin while since yours is blocked.
Right. It's on the card that says the Curse of Michael Myers, but that's from Resurrection.
Yeah.
So rad. Dude.
That one's really cool. Good look. It's a magnet.
Oh, that's fucking killer.
Mm-hmm. I always liked the one from Mondo. This one I always liked. This one was weird. The little Mondo Ghost Bob one. It always reminded me of. It always to me it looked like Cousin It. If you remember from the Addams Family.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a whole table full of these damn things. There's so many friggin' pins. It's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when you took them out and put them on that pin board, did you save the packaging or did you toss it?
I saved all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Look.
You got a whole box of all the packages now.
Oh shit, he sure as fuck does. That's fucking badass. Look at this shit. Look.
Oh, there you go.
He's got the whole kid and caboodle.
That's the way to do it. You got to save it.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude. I just got like a mini boner.
I got a small stiffy.
I got.
It's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Well, shit. I'm glad we went through all of it because I don't feel like I walked away going, oh man, we didn't finish everything, but we
accomplished. Yeah, we accomplished everything we wanted to. Yeah, so
we did it.
So we got through everything, and are you guys doing the auction this coming Friday, or you taking it off?
I'm gonna do the auction Friday. I just it's gonna be really awesome because I keep setting my own bar. So now, like, I gotta jump higher to get over this bar. Then I can't even see the fucking bar I placed yesterday. Our last Friday was so high.
I will be coming. I will be trying to attend, but I'll be at Frightmare. So.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be a fright. And I can't stress enough, guys. Take as much video and photos and send it to me. Seriously.
Yeah. Maybe we can do is tie in me being there at the auction. I'll be there in person. I'm gonna try to get the Chucky photo op done Friday. So. Maybe I can kind of give you some live action footage because I plan on trying to meet Mr. Durf.
Oh, man. You guys just reminded me that poster has to get. Let me grab. Nah, it's all locked up. But that poster that has over 100 signatures has to come out of the frame in a couple days.
Oh, fuck.
I hate that. It's starting to feel like a pirate map.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, one of these days I'm going to go to grab it and it's going to puff to dust.
What's who's gonna be there that you're gonna have sign?
Brad Dourif.
Okay.
Gonna be there.
I want to meet Fiona.
Who else was gonna be there that was in Halloween?
Oh,
I thought there was one other person.
No, the only ones was Dick.
No,
Leo. But then
that's in Houston because the nurse that shot herself in the face in Halloween Kills.
Carmela McNeil.
She's gonna be there, and who else was gonna be there from the new movie?
You talking about this weekend?
No,
in Houston. Shit, I don't know. I just know Danielle's gonna be there.
The guy who played Loomis.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those guys is who I'm thinking of. I think at Frightmares is just Brad Dourif, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody else, there's a few other people there that were in Halloween, but they've already signed the poster.
Very cool. So like I said, guys, take as many pictures as you can, take some footage, send it to me. I'll put together some real cool for our little pee break segment for next week. Well, actually, if you send it to me next week, it'll be for the following week because it'll take some time to put it all together. Sure.
When you run the actual auction, do you go live or how do you do that?
I go live
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could log in while I'm at Frightmare and just come in live?
I don't think so. On Facebook, is there? I'm not sure.
Yes, I can invite people onto the video.
You can. I've never done Facebook Live, so I don't know. But that's cool. Yeah.
So I'm assuming it does.
Because I can come in live. Like I won't interrupt the auction. Like he can still do his thing. But what if I say, I know this sounds corny. I'm like, well, I just got this thing just got signed. I'm gonna put it up for auction right now.
That's a cool idea. Yeah, that's a cool idea.
like I'm here coming at you from Frightmares. I just got this signed earlier today. We put it up for auction.
So all you got to do is tell me what you put together for that, because you'll be the only one there Friday. So you put something together. In other words, you're walking by, you see an actor, you're like, okay, let's do that.
Yep.
You grab it.
Yep.
And then come auction time, I'll bring you on, and whatever it is you grabbed, I'll show you the bucks for it, however you want to do it. Or if you want to auction it off and keep the proceeds yourself and do your own little investment, whatever you want to do.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who wants Apollo Creed's signature. I'm just
fucking
saying,
Apollo Creed.
I'm just saying.
Carl
Weathers is going to be there. That's fucking awesome, man. I'd love to meet Carl Weathers. That's awesome.
I just met Dolph Lundgren a couple of years ago in San Antonio. Now Apollo Creed, we're in.
I'm just saying, I can just get some random signatures and be like, hey,
now I just need Mr. T.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool who wants me to get my signatures.
Wait,
Hey,
I ain't
boy.
getting on no plane.
Hey boy. Hey boy. Hey boy. Why you tell people you've been ducking me? Hey woman. Hey woman. Why don't you bring your little love sound down to my suite and I can show you what a real man's like.
You got it.
I'm sorry. To this day, still one of my favorite Mr. T movies is DC Cab.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Fucking
DC Cab. I like when they're chasing the guys and they're trying to find a guy because they think the guy's name is Bruce Lee, and he's like, that doesn't say Bruce Lee. It says Bruce Leg. And Mr. B's like, I told you, fool, stay at school.
Fucking love Mr. T. There's they're making a Creed 3. Did you know that? And rumor has it, and I don't know if this is true, but the bad guy is gonna be his son.
Oh boy.
Mr. T's whatever his fucking
Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang.
Yes, is who Creed is gonna fight.
Exactly. Brett Patrick was trying to do the Horror Hound for us a few weeks back, but didn't work out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. If you want do auctioning off something you just got while you're still at the fucking convention, how about that?
That's badass. Yeah,
that's fresh.
That's fresh for that ass. And people can review the list of names and shoot me a message and say, hey, if you get this for me, I can hook you up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You guys taking orders or it's up to you guys?
So anybody listening can place an order. They just got to buy the thing. And then when I get there, I'll have to let people, if you want it personalized, you got to pay up front.
Right. Obviously. Yep.
And buy the item or send me the item, one or the other. I'm assuming it's more buy the item from the shop now that it's been, now it's a week away. But then if it's going to be personalized, I just need to probably take a $100 deposit to cover the signature, because I'm not sure how much everybody's charging, but I'm sure it'll be $100 or lower. So that'll cover it, and then I could just give back the excess that was not used or whatever. But yeah, I'll do anything. I'm a servant to the people. I'm here for anybody who needs me. I'll be a live body at Texas Frightmares, and I've got the shop. If there's any items you want to buy for us to take up there and get signed, just let me know. We'll work it out for sure.
That NECA is a good idea for Chucky, the good guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here to get signed.
Awesome. And so for next week, the three of us will gather after this and figure out what we're going to do for next week as far as like what spotlight collectible we're going to do. And so are we going to do the recasting since we're done doing movie reviews? Or I thought we could just do some type of review on a horror film, because we're all horror fanatics. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Halloween movie, or you want to just we'll take that part.
Guys,
well, hold on. I in my personal opinion, my favorite other than Halloween is The Thing by John Carpenter. And I've always wanted that to be a spotlight. So if y'all like The Thing, man, I think that's a hell of a movie.
Well, we're done with Halloween. You guys want to just do Carpenter movies? We'll pick up Carpenter movie each week.
That's hard for me because I'm not as much of a John Carpenter fan as most people are. I think Christine's okay, and other than that, the Thing was too boring for me, and I don't like any of his other movies, to be honest with you. Not
Big Trouble in Little China?
Not one of them.
Nothing?
Prince of Darkness?
Piper line,
They
Live.
Oh, yeah, They Live is
but that's about it. John Carpenter's Vampires was stupid, and I'm not a big fan. I mean,
that's fine. How about something? Okay, what do you think? Like, you want to do another franchise?
I got to watch that. I'm going to be watching that this week. So I keep saying now that it's on demand, I have to watch it. X is supposed to be pretty good.
You love Jason.
You guys want to do Jason?
Which one?
Hey,
We
Which
could
one?
Or we could start with number 1 and go up.
yep.
We can start for number 1 and go up. That's fine. That works for me.
All
I've
right.
seen them all.
As a celebration of my new discovery that you're right by the Camp Crystal Lake from the original movie, let's start with Friday the 13th, part 1 next week. That's very exciting.
Wait a minute, and we can maybe if we get the timelines right, what if we actually do the fucking podcast there at the fucking lake?
We could set something up. You're gonna have to try to keep up with me for a little while.
But
So
I've
don't
told
sign
you,
yourself
I-
up.
The
No,
only thing I will say,
We got
I just told you, I'm down.
We
I'm
got-
down.
the only thing I will say about the camp from
we
being
got it.
just from being at the camp, like when I used to go camping there, with my son and the scouts, the service there is horrible. So if you wanted, if I said I was going to go there and do the podcast, it wouldn't happen because the
Well,
service is horrible there.
Those
Horrible.
temporary, those hardline internet things. Like
If you could figure something out, or I could figure something out, maybe to get something there. But I do know for a fact, just from being there, that the service was shit because it's in the middle of the woods.
Oh, service for the internet. I
no.
was thinking you were talking about like the staff. I'm like, the fuck is
no,
he talking
no, well,
about?
we
No, just the internet. Because
The service.
no. Well,
just from being there, I can tell you that that there's just the internet is horrible. And
what
most
we could
most
do-
of the camps have Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi still sucks.
Yeah, no. What we could do is shoot the footage there, and then
Right, I could do that. Yeah.
get back home, and then you can edit it, do whatever you need
That's
to do.
what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We've got
that
a
would-
lot that might just end up that way.
It would
It'll
have
just be
to.
a segment.
It
for
would
us.
have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll chat this way. We don't drag this because it's almost over 2 hours, 20 minutes, and we'll talk more afterwards. We'll have our little powwow. Anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments after the fact, you have any ideas, man? Don't be shy. Tell us some shit because we want not only we want to have fun with this stuff, but we also want to make it interesting for people too. So if you have any ideas, it's just who came up with the fantasy recasting? I don't even think that was us. Somebody threw it in the chat. And
Yeah.
No, it was me.
No, so
was that you? Okay,
me.
yeah, that was you. I know a couple people have thrown some
No,
good
it was-
ideas in there.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah,
cool.
So some people have thrown some good ideas, and we've done them. So if you guys have any ideas, man, hit us up. After the fact, because I'll check it, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do for next week, and everybody will know this week when we post it what we're
We
gonna
got
do.
it on footage. I came up with the idea.
That was Joe. But we could do if you want to keep going with the fantasy recasting, or maybe not do it in a row because it was a lot. I'll admit that was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe do a fantasy recasting once a month, so we just don't ruin the whole thing and make it overplayed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's up to you. I think we got so much material. We got at least another 10 weeks of recasting to do. So
Well,
that's
if you want to just do the whole Halloween franchise, we'll just make that part of the segment where we're just going to do a recasting starting with H2 next week. That's cool.
I'm looking forward to 2 weeks from now when we recast Halloween 3.
You know what? That's what we're going to do. So one of the segments we're going to do next week is definitely recast. And then we'll figure out, movie spotlights, if we're going to do that, and collectible spotlight or whatnot.
Recast Halloween 2 and start on Friday the 13th Part 1 review.
Wow.
Okay.
And then we'll get some information for we're going to start segments, not this next week, but the following. We'll have a 10 or 15-minute segment documenting some of mine and Joe's adventures in Horrorland, and we'll go from there, see how that works. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then, hey, use the opportunity real quick. I've got a lot of things out there now, a lot of offers. Like one, if you go on Spotify and get Malicide's Devil's Evolution track that features Daniel Harris to reach 3,000 plays, I'll get Daniel Harris down here for signatures. We're starting events now again. So every Friday we're doing the auction from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And 8 p.m. is just kind of a suggestion. It could go longer. And then Saturdays we do horror trivia, which Patring, you'll vibe on this, man. Proud father moment. You know who won the first round of trivia? My fucking 14-year-old daughter.
That's good. That's nice. That's awesome.
She beat me. She beat Joe. She beat everyone.
Well, here's a thought too. You want to do a trivia night from there? You want to do like an all Halloween trivia, broadcast it live, let people interact with you.
That's a fat titties kind of idea.
You already got the questions.
We got.
Yeah.
Put a
Yeah,
bunch of questions together and you get people to interact. You do it on what time do you guys do it on Saturdays?
6 p.m. as well, 6 to 8.
So that's something we can just throw in there. Basically, you just basically have to just turn it on and just let it hang out there, and you can interact with it when you guys want to feel when you guys feel like it. I mean, I'd jump in on it. That'd be fun.
Super fun, man. It is really fun. You really have to think.
You got
Yeah.
it. Well,
That's something we'll talk about it. It's up to you. It's up to you. Something we can throw out there.
you got it. Well, we got a lot of stuff, and we'll stay in touch. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on Friday for the auction. And we'll
I'll
see
see
if we
if
can keep up with the lunacy that I put up last time. I sold a Ghost Bob for next to nothing. I sold a Bob Dreadful Things for next to nothing. I sold books. I sold Screen Used, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 chains. I sold all kinds of shit last week. So I'm going to try to keep up with myself this week. And
I'm definitely tuning in Friday. I'll tell you that. I want to see because I missed it last Friday. I was pissed. So nothing's going on this Friday.
I set the bar, and I like the challenge. Challenge accepted. I'll take it on personally.
All right, so we'll be in touch and we'll talk more. Anybody have any ideas? Throw them in that friggin' chat, and then we'll see you guys on Friday at the auction.
You got it. Cheers, everybody.
Night, people.